How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to high school football here on Redeemer Radio. Joined by Mark Watts and our sideline crew, I am Sean McBride, welcoming you to the friendly confines of Bishop Luers High School, where tonight the Knights will defend their keep against the Carroll Chargers. Mark Watts, tell us about tonight's matchup.
Oh, Sean, this is great to be back.
It is.
It's the grass, the smell is just fabulous. Last year, Luers and Carroll played, and it was just a dogfight. It was basically Aiden Smith, Carroll's quarterback, versus Austin Mack, Luers' fabulous wide receiver. And Aiden Smith willed his team to win last year. It was a 5-point game. So there's no Aiden Smith, no Austin Mack, and here we go. Carroll, keys to victory tonight. Their offense must control the ball. They average 6'3", 264 pounds on the offensive line. They're big and strong. They have to make their mark tonight. They've got to in this game. Defensively, they have to contain Luers' speed. You're not going to stop them. Just contain them. And the secondary is going to be interesting tonight, Sean. They're going to blitz more, and they're going to play man-to-man in the secondary. We'll see how that matches up. Luers offensively, play within the offense. Don't try to do too much with all your weapons, especially Nieves coming out for his first game at quarterback. Defensively, don't give up the big plays. And last but not least, whoever wins the kicking game could come down to that. Luers missed 4 kicks last year for a total of 6 points, and they got beat by 5.
All right, the teams are on the field. The kickoff is almost ready. Carroll Chargers preparing to kick off to the north goal. Back deep is Deshaun Bussell and Justin Gaston along with Ty Hambrock for the Bishop Luers Knights. The ball is in the air, and the 2016 season is upon us. Deshaun Bussell gets the ball in the end zone, tries to take it out, but it is going to be a touchback. So the Bishop Luers Knights will take over 1st and 10 in their own territory. Let's check on those sidelines conditions with the godfather of football, Coach Dave X.
Hey, guys, it's great to be back here. Field's a little bit long tonight. It's unusual for me to see long grass out here. Dads did the best they could do with what they had to work with. Little wind out of the south, heading north, and the Knights are going to be going into it. Looks like an exciting ball game tonight.
All right, here we go. We are back to live action here. Arian Nieves, the first snap as a Bishop Luers Knight. He is a senior quarterback wearing number 5. He is in the shotgun. Charlton behind him, offset to the right. Looks over the defense, awaiting the snap. Here it is. He rolls. Here's a pitch to Charlton, looking for some room around the right side. Gets to the corner, gets out to the flat, and is leveled after a nice gainer of about 7 or 8 yards on the close sidelines here.
Connor Tapp, the free safety with the stop, just to set Luers' offensive line. Trey Underwood, Sam Gillespie, Mitch Gilly, Zach Starks, and Sam Wiss.
O-line averaging 6 foot, 232 pounds per man there for the Bishop Luers Knights. Nieves with Brower in the backfield now, man in motion, and it is a jet sweep. Oh, we've got a flag. I think there might have been some movement along the line there before the play started.
Sean, one thing I forgot to mention, we had such a short period of time here, but last year there were many penalties on both of these teams.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll clean that up tonight and be a better game, because it really hurt both squads in that game last year.
That's right. So a 5-yard penalty will move the Knights back to a 2nd and 8 now after a procedure call. They break huddle and come to the line. Bussell wide out to the left. From the shotgun is Nieves. 2 men to the right, single setback. Drive through the middle. Brower has some room on the right side, finds a little seam, gets back to the gets his yardage back a little bit, and that'll bring up a 3rd and test here for the Bishop Luers Knights. They're going to place the ball just north of the 25-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Knights. This is first quarter action, first series for the Bishop Luers Knights.
Carroll's in a 4-3-4 defense. Ostrowski, Nigel, lineback, and Ginn up front. Parker, Bobay, and Call at linebackers. And Bobay and Parker are 2 outstanding linebackers.
Here they go on 3rd and 4. The Bishop Luers Knights man in motion is Charlton going to the left side. Fake it to him. Counter through the middle. Brower finding some room. Gets the first down and a little bit more out to about the 35-yard line.
That's the counter trey. Luers is known to do that so often. They pull the backside guard and tackle, counter back this way, and really a good hole. And what it does, Carroll's linebackers are so aggressive. That plays pretty good against that because they're flying to that initial running back.
That they are. That play should be there all night for the Bishop Luers Knights. On 1st and 10, here's a give to Hambright around the right side. Following his blockers, not much there, but he does get some positive yards. Tyrion Hambright, number 32 for the Bishop Luers Knights.
Mason Ginn made a heck of a play for Carroll. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play. He forced everything inside, let his pursuit come in, and held Luers to basically a 2-yard gain there.
2-yard gainer brings up a 2nd and 8. Zeros on the scoreboard. Again, this is first quarter action, 9:38 to go. Bishop Luers Knights moving left to right on your radio dial from the north to the south. They break huddle. In the slot is Carter Gilly on the left side. Single setback from the shotgun. They float to the left option. Nieves decides to keep it. It's a read option. He finds the seam and dives his way for a nice gain.
Carroll, again, they like to blitz linebackers. They like to bring Parker on the inside and Bobe on the inside. They both came hard that time.
Yep.
Luers did a nice job picking up the stunt, and Nieves, he looked pretty smooth there on that carry.
He surely did. It brings up a 3rd and 2. So far, Bishop Luers going with the ground game early in the first quarter. Same formation. Gilly in the slot, this time tight. Man in motion going across the line. Jet sweep to the left side looking for a seam. He does not find it, and he is dropped for no gain that time.
Number 28, Connor Call. Great play out there. Held his ground, made a huge open field tackle, and 4th and 1.
Yeah, Jordan Brooks that time only able to pick up 1. He is a senior, 5'9", 154 for the Knights. And let's see what happens here. See Brower and Hambright coming in, along with Gaston.
They're going for it,
I do
Sean.
not see Peyton Howe on the field, their kicker.
Okay, this is a heck of a statement right here, first quarter.
Indeed it is. The ball resting at the 44-yard line of Bishop Luers. They need 1 small yard out to the 45, and they'll get it. Neon Nation on their feet, cheering on the defense. Here's a snap. Ball's on the ground. It was a bad snap. Hambright picks it up, does not get it.
Carroll holds.
Carroll holds on the 4th and short and gets great field position in doing so.
Boy, that was gutsy.
That was.
This early in the game, to give them some momentum, but you've got to give the up front 4 for Carroll. They stuck their ground. I mean, that play was going nowhere anyway. I know
right.
They fumbled it, but it was going to be hard to get that yard anyway because Carroll just stuffed it.
So the Carroll offense now takes the field, as does the Bishop Luers defense. So the Carroll offense, led by Ian Miller, number 8. Feature back is number 2, Nick Novotny. Miller, 6'3", 190-pound quarterback in the shotgun. And here is a keeper up the middle. Novotny finding some room, gets through the secondary, breaks it to the outside right, goes down the sidelines for a nice gain.
Okay, I've got to say this. I watched the film against Dwanger last week in the scrimmage, and the option just looked really rough. I said to Coach Dinan, Coach, he goes, Mark, we didn't play too many kids there. He said, Novotny had 1 carry. He said, we'll look a lot better on that option tonight, and it sure did.
That it did. Here it is. Again, Novotny through the middle, trying to find a seam, bounces it out to the right side, puts his head down, driven back, still on his feet, and they call the play dead. So the 1st and 10 from the 25, and it looks like he will get not much of a gain there. Forward progress is, very nice. He got 5 yards on the far side of the field. Brings up a 2nd and 5 from the 20. Here's a snap. Again, Novotny, play action, rolling left, looks to throw over the middle. He's got his man, and he is dropped after he caught it. Again, that is number 2, Jordan Schmeling on the catch for the Carroll Chargers, moving the chains inside the red zone for the Chargers.
And we interviewed Jordan Schmeling last night. Nice young man. Talked about the leadership, the senior leadership, and he's one of them.
1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line for the Carroll Chargers. Here's a snap, give to Novotny, looks for some room, bounces it out to the left side when nothing is there, gets into the linebacker core before he is dropped. Novotny showing some great field presence there.
It's all right. He cut a couple back. You can tell he's their senior leader, and he played last year.
That's exactly right.
He looks like the real deal as starting quarterback or starting tailback again this year.
We've got an injured Knight on the field. Let's go down and check in with the Godfather.
Yeah, that's what I was. We got one down here early on, and that's something that the Knights have to be careful of this year. Not much depth. Looks like it's number 7, Contrez Jordan.
All righty. Well, we've got a timeout on the field with 6:43 to go here in the first quarter. Zeros on the scoreboard, but the Carroll Chargers are threatening. We are going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Make a difference in your life and others by joining. Every great team has focus and talent, and at Parkview Sports Medicine, our focus is on you. From performance training and nutrition counseling to orthopedic surgery, athletic rehab, and more, Parkview Sports Medicine's got you covered. You can trust us to bring together today's top experts in sports medicine to improve the performance and treatment of athletes like you. Go to parkview.com/sportsmedicine to learn how we can help you and the athletes in your life be your best. Parkview Sports Medicine. Upgrade your game.
Live from Luers Field, this is high school football here on Redeemer Radio. Sean McBride joined by Mark Watts and Jose Lopez up here in the booth. Down on the sidelines, we've got the godfather of football. And also, let's check in with Nick Gray, who's got a score update from across the SAC.
Well, I just heard from Casey O'Boyle of Northeast Indiana Game Night. He's over at covering the Snyder Northside game. And from the second play from scrimmage, Hoppert to Hippenhammer, 63 yards, guys. Snyder scores first this season, 7-0 up on Northside. About 11 minutes left in the first quarter. That's what we have. We'll dig for some more and keep you updated all night long. Back up to you guys.
Super. Thanks very much for the update, Nick. Again, we've got a Knight down on the field just now, being able to stand up under his own power. In case you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, the Bishop Luers Knights at the 44-yard line went for it on 4th and 1 and were not successful. And so far, that big offensive line for Carroll has pushed the Bishop Luers Knights back deep into their red zone and are now facing about a 2nd and 4 inside the 10-yard line. Looks to be around the 5. So the injured Knight is off the field, and here comes second down for Carroll. Ian Miller, number 8. Quarterback, offset to the left is Novotny. Here's a snap, give to Novotny, right side, looking for a seam. He finds it, gets corralled, falls forward. He will not get into the end zone, but he is going to be awful close, Mark Watts.
Got to talk about this offensive line of Carroll. Dylan Dixon, 6'5", 255. Noah Hines, 6'1", 230. Jesse Lawson, 6'3", 285. Caleb Sutton, 6'3", 265. Cameron Dargis, 6'7", 285. And right now, Sean, they are showing their weight right now.
They're owning that line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 1. Here's a quick dive through the middle for Carroll. Touchdown. Touchdown for the Carroll Chargers. They get on the board first, and they score first here at Luers Field.
Just one pass on that play. The rest were runs.
Yep.
And the key there was Novotny.
Yes.
I think the offensive line really held their blocks because Novotny could cut back. And I'm telling you, that was just an impressive drive.
The offensive line for the Carroll Chargers averaging 6'3", 264 pounds, and they were on display during that 44-yard drive right there. And now let's see, Carroll, if in fact Jack Shannon can come in and make it another one. PAT is up and through the uprights, and yes, it is good. So at 6:15 to go here in the first quarter, the Carroll Chargers are up over the Bishop Luers Knights 7-0. We're going to go ahead and keep things right here and check in with the Godfather. Now, Godfather, during this little break, I've noticed that the Knights look a little bit different this year. What can you tell me about that?
Well, hey, guys, I do have to notice those brand new uniforms. So exciting to see new gear for the Knights, and in part offered by money raised on the smoker that Luers has in October. So those of you listening, keep that in mind. It's a great event. And, of course, we had some help from our good friend and former player and professional football player, Anthony Spencer.
All right, so the Knights looking fantastic in those new uniforms down there. And a special shout-out to all of our friends that were with us there at the smoker, and, of course, to young Mr. Spencer. Very generous, giving back to his alma mater. All right, so the Carroll Chargers now preparing to kick off here after a 7-0 lead. This will be the second time that Bishop Luers gets the ball.
Sean, I was surprised they kicked deep.
Yeah.
You know, well, all we have to do is have Luers run one back about to the 40, and then they're going to start kicking short.
That's exactly right.
Again, in high school, if you break the plane of the end zone, it comes out to the 20.
Yeah, so
that's what happened last time.
If Shannon has a big leg, and apparently he does. Now here is the kickoff, and it looks like Bussa will get it inside the 5, looking for a seam, trying to break it outside. He is corralled early. Good penetration there, and great coverage by the Carroll Chargers, and that's going to limit his return to inside the 20-yard line. So Deshaun Bussell, a very dangerous player out there, but on that return, the Carroll Chargers got to him early, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at about the 14-yard line.
Okay, Sean. Braxton Gruppensglesser. Oh, no.
Okay.
Number 6, he did a great job, and if I messed up his name, I'm sorry, Mrs. Number 6.
Braxton's mom, his name is Mark Watts.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I will get that right before the
Here come the Bishop
half.
Luers Knights on offense, led by Arian Nieves. Number 5, he's under center this time. I formation, give to the tailback. Charlton finds a seam right side. He is gone. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He is at the 50. He is running down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. He will not be caught. Jalen Charlton with a huge gasher, 86 yards for the Bishop Luers Knights, and they are right back in it. No longer on the field. That one is good. Count it. Wow. Godfather, you were right there. What'd you see?
Well, they've had a huge roadway developed by those linemen. Great blocking. I found it interesting. Coach Lindsay stuck to his running game that he had in the first series and first play from scrimmage, end zone. Love it too much.
Well, and the other thing, great with the offensive line, they blocked it a little bit differently downfield, and nice adjustment on the sideline by the Luers coaches.
Yeah,
because,
I agree.
Because no one touched them. And before they ran that, they had some other secondary people there.
Peyton Howe for the PAT. It is up and good. So after one play from scrimmage, we are all tied up again, 7-0 here with 5:55 to go here in the first quarter. We're stepping out for a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Are you looking for an orthopedic specialist? Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. The location nearest you. Dr. John Pritchard is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with OME and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you and helping with all orthopedic needs. Call Dr. Pritchard at 260-484-8551 or visit the web at www.orthome.com.
Geiser. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we are back live, ladies and gentlemen, trying to figure out Braxton's last name. I think we nailed it there with Geiser.
Yes.
And 7-7 is your score here in the first quarter. Bishop Luers preparing to kick off. Just a reminder, folks, that you can follow Redeemer Radio on social media. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Search for Redeemer Radio and follow, and tweet us to join in on the conversation.
Sean, I'm going back to my keys to victory for Carroll. Offense must control the ball, big and strong, and that's just what they did.
Yep.
Luers offense, play within the offense. Don't try to do too much, and they did. They ran that play exactly how it was supposed to be run. He didn't look to cut it back. He didn't try to get fancy, and it was right there. So kudos to both of these coaching staffs. They're playing within what they really need to do to win this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
They're just two good staffs. I mean, you watch them on film, they're just solid, and they're just both great staffs.
Here is the kick. It's a short high kick taken by an up back for the Carroll Chargers near the 30-yard line, and he is caught up and stopped after a 7 or 8 yard gain. So let's see exactly where they mark that. So the Carroll Chargers will take over on offense. Again, they are led by number 8, Ian Miller, the quarterbacks, the skill position players, starters tonight, John Becker, Jordan Schmeling, Nick Novotny, obviously the running back, Justin Becker, and then Marshall Pranger, number 13 for the Carroll Chargers. And let's see where they mark this rascal. It's actually going to be just inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line. So here's Ian Miller on 1st and 10. Here's a quick give to Novotny, looking for some room in the middle. He will find nothing there. Nothing whatsoever, maybe a yard at best.
Trey Underwood, number 52, the 6'2", 255-pound senior leader, was right there. Nothing doing that time.
You know, talk about a great interview. We interviewed him for Tailgate Talk at the 6 p.m. hour. What a great kid. So they'll give him a tough yard on that carry, bringing up a 2nd and 9 for Carroll. 2 men in the backfield looking to throw. He's got trouble. He is going through the middle. He is caught from behind, and he is snuffed at the line of scrimmage. So that will count as a sack for Ian Miller, gain of 0, and actually a loss of about a half a yard.
What a difference this series. I mean, the first series, Carroll just went down the field. All of a sudden, Luers defensive coaches got some attention out there, and they are showing their quickness right now in this series.
3rd and 9.5 now, looking to throw from the shotgun. He is flushed from the pocket, rolling right, looking to throw downfield. It is, off the fingertips of the intended receiver that time, and that is going to be an incomplete pass. So it looks like the Carroll Chargers are going to go 3 and out this time, as the intended receiver was Justin Becker.
Oh, and it was in his hands. It was a good throw, just a tad bit high, but he should have caught that one.
Yep.
And that was huge because he was wide open. He had the first down.
He did.
And boy, that you don't want to be 3 and out right now with the power that Luers has.
Yeah, the Momo is definitely on the side of the Knights right now, as Gaston and Bustle are back deep, standing at about their own 35-yard line. And that is Jack Shannon, number 85, back there to kick. Yes, Shannon with the punt, and it's going to take a skip, and it's going to be taken by Bustle near the 30, 35, 40, 45. He's got the outside corner on the sidelines, running past midfield into Charger territory before he is knocked out of bounds.
Earlier I said that they kick deep to Luers. I'll bet you by the end of the second quarter or in the second half, they're going to kick this thing out of bounds because Luers has so much speed. And you could just see it there.
That's
I mean, he
exactly
got it,
right.
and he was gone. He had 10 yards before anybody was around him.
Yeah. All right, so Bishop Luers will take over on offense in great shape. They are 1st and 10 at the Charger 40-yard line.
Yeah, what great field position that was.
That's exactly right. Nieves will be under center, offset I formation. And it looks like number 43, Luke Fisher, will be the fullback with Charlton behind him. 2 wideouts to the right. Here's a snap, fake, play action, looks to throw. He's got plenty of time, goes deep, airs it up. It's a little short, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. The intended receiver was Brooks that time. And Nieves threw that one pretty short.
Well, the thing is, Sean, I'm not correcting you, but he threw it late.
Yes.
All right, because the receiver was open, and then all of a sudden he held it, and by the time he threw it, he outran his arm. The receiver did. So
he had to come back for it.
So I think it was more of a timing thing than just really underthrew it.
Yeah. So they went for the deep pass that time, tested the secondary, and that burns that down.
But great coverage also.
I agree. Yeah, he was right there.
I've been watching the secondary of Carroll. They have to play man-to-man, and they had everybody covered that time in those routes.
I think that was Connor Tapp back there on coverage. We'll have to check that. Might have been Blake Ely. Here's a snap, and this one is whistled dead before the ball can carry. We've actually got a timeout on the field called by Bishop Luers. So their first timeout comes at 4:24 to go here in the first quarter. You're tied at 7s, and we're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hello, sports fans. This is Father Bob Nero, chaplain at Bishop DeWanger High School. It is time to get geared up for our fall sports season. Whether competing on the soccer field, golf, or cross-country course, volleyball court, or on the gridiron, we wish good luck and great sportsmanship to all our student athletes and their teams. May we become the saints we are called to be. Saint Sebastian, pray for us.
With Mark Watts, I'm Sean McBride coming to you live from Bishop Luers Field. Timeout on the field, 7-7. The Bishop Luers Knights facing a 2nd and 10 from the Carroll Charger 40-yard line. Timeout on the field right now as the offense for Bishop Luers regroups.
That was an interesting timeout by Coach Lindsay. Either he had a formation that they didn't adjust to properly, or he just didn't like his play. So let's see what happens.
2nd and 10. Again, I formation. Charlton the tailback. Blitz coming. Here's a snap. Give to Charlton. Breaks it to the right side. No, he's trapped in behind, and he got stopped. Tommy Bobe, number 1, breaks through there and crushes that play for the Bishop Luers Knights.
There's those linebackers. They like to blitz them, and Bobe and both Parker and Bobe are really good. And that they showed that against Dwenger last week.
Yes,
so
they did. Yep.
This is no surprises here. They want to do that. They're going to play man-to-man in the secondary. And Good stunt by Carroll that time.
Yep. Call that a loss of 4, bringing up a 3rd and 14 for the Bishop Luers Knights. As Nieves taking his time here, gets back to the huddle with only 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Sean, if they don't make it, you're going to go for it on 4th and down here?
Well, let's see what happens. Single setback. Here's a snap.
Blitz.
Pitch, right side, it's on the ground. Charlton has it, and he gets creamed. Hope he's okay because a leg got underneath him. No, he popped up. He's all right. But again, another huge loss on that play for the Bishop Luers Knights. And here comes Peyton Howe. The punt is on. So the wheel's kind of coming off the Bishop Luers offense on that series at least.
When you run the offense, when you run the triple option where the quarterback comes down the line and pitches it, the pitchback has to be 6 yards deep and he has to be wider than the quarterback. And right there they had a bad pitch position and it just wasn't going to work.
Oh, high snap. It goes over Peyton Howe's head. He's looking back. He's covering up. And again, now it is covered by Connor Tapp, number 12 for the Carroll Chargers. And a late flag comes out as well. But that's near the 20-yard line of Bishop Luers. So a bad snap that time. And the Carroll Chargers are there to pounce on the opportunity.
Here's the kicking game coming back to hurt Luers again. It hurt them last year. We talked about the kicking game, and right there, you can't snap the ball over the head. At least if you're going to be short, he has a chance.
Right. And it looks like this late flag is going to be on the Carroll Chargers, so that is going to degrade their field position here, help out Bishop Luers.
A little.
Looks a little. That's a 10. Oh, that's a 15-yarder mark.
Yeah, I saw it. There was, I think, late the blocker went after the punter when he was on the ground.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little extra shot.
Got it. Yeah.
And they caught it. So good call. But still, Carroll's in great field position here in the first quarter. 7-7.
2 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. 1st and 10 now for the Carroll Chargers from the Bishop Luers 37-yard line. Ian Miller, little misdirection, end around right side, looking for a seam. Is number 10. Ball is on the ground. He fumbled the ball. Who has it? It looks like Luers. Yes, Bishop Luers recovers the fumble. Justin Becker on the jet sweep right, loses control of the ball, and just like that, Bishop Luers gets it back.
And he wasn't hit. He was just kind of trying to position it for the hit.
Right.
And he just dropped it, and Luers was right there. So
he was looking for the seam and looking to protect the ball at the same time, and couldn't coordinate it.
He just dropped it.
Yep, that's exactly right. Wow, what a break for the Bishop Luers Knights. After the bad fumble snap, punt snap, they're able to get it back on the fumble.
And these are the things you see in the first game.
Yes.
And we don't want to downplay it, but the snap and the fumble, these are the things that you've got to overcome in this first game.
Yep. So the offense for Bishop Luers back on the field, 1st and 10. From their own 37-yard line, here's a snap, give to Brower, left side, going for the sideline. Good tackle in the open field that time. Limits the gain to 2, maybe 3.
Connor Call, the linebacker, 5'11", 185 junior. Nice play, and he gets up, and he's
jacked. He's jacked up.
And the Neon Nation's right across. He goes to the whole student body and gets them going. This is a great game.
Indeed it is.
This is just good stuff.
They mark the ball at the 41-yard line. We'll give Brower a 3-yard gain on that one, bringing a 2nd and 7 coming up.
That enthusiasm, what Friday night is all about under the lights.
Yep. All right, so Nieves checking his wristband with his skill position players. Trips right this time. Nieves in the backfield by himself. Quick screen. He's got Tyron Hambright. Oh, it is sniffed out, and he is buried for a loss. Great open field tackle by number 27 there for the Carroll Chargers.
Tyler Parker, and he had him one-on-one. And he made a good open field tackle.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do.
We'll call that a loss of about 6, bringing up a 3rd and 13 now, back at the 35-yard line.
And there you saw Carroll's good fundamentals. He broke down. He didn't try to just rip them. He broke down, set, made a nice
bite the ball.
That's right.
Violent wrap,
tackle.
the whole 9. Absolutely, right there.
Well done.
Single setback, offset to the right is Charlton. Nieves from the shotgun. Carroll
blitz.
showing blitz. He's looking to throw, looks to throw, throws over the middle. He's got his man. It is caught. He's got the first down and more as number 2 makes a huge catch. Jordan Brooks that time moving the chains for the Bishop Luers Knights past midfield into Carroll territory.
Give credit to Luers' offensive line. They had the blitz going. They picked it up, gave him time, and he put it right in the money.
That is one of the greatest observations on that play ever. You were right on the money. Hats off to the big uglies up front for Bishop Luers. What do you have got, Father?
You got to love the patience Nieves showed there. He was waiting. He had the protection, like Mart said, hit his man.
That's exactly right. 1st and 10 for the Knights into Carroll territory. I formation. Nieves under center. Here's a snap. Draw play through the middle. Charlton looking for some room. Won't find much there. He is swarmed over and stopped at the line of scrimmage. We've got about 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 7's on the scoreboard. Bishop Luers with the ball.
Austin Lineback with the stop there, and number 33, the 6-foot, 230-pound junior, wasn't going to be, he just stood there.
Yeah.
Played off the block, made a nice tackle.
So the ball is resting at the 49-yard line. We'll call this a 2nd and a very long 10, maybe 11 now for the Bishop Luers Knights. Nieves from the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield. Here's the snap. Oh, it's a blown snap. He's running after the ball, and he has to cover it up near the 32-yard line. So a false snap. Nieves wasn't even looking at the center, and the ball flies back behind him. And again, this is first game jitter stuff, Mark. This is not typical Luers football.
All right, Sean, I believe this is what happened. The previous play, Carroll was in too deep zone, and they were showing a free safety, which means they're probably going to blitz. And I think Nieves was trying to pick it all up and wasn't ready because he was reading the defense, and that's what happened. Because I saw it differently too, and I'm like, okay, here comes the blitz, and that could have what happened here. I don't want to guess, but that's kind of what happens when that goes on. The quarterback had to was seeing some different things.
That is a tough way to end the first quarter of this matchup for the Bishop Luers Knights, but they retain possession, and we've got a timeout on the field. We'll be back after 1 minute. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele with Tom Steele Tire and Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35 years. We carry all major brands of new tires, as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
The live action here at Luers Field, where on 3rd and 28, Arian Nieves goes over the middle to try and hit Carter Gilly off his hands, nearly picked, but falls harmlessly to the ground. And now the Bishop Luers Knights are in punt formation as Peyton Howe onto the field to kick this one away. Back deep is Schmeling for the Carroll Chargers. High end over end kick, and it is taken, and he has got it and is taken down near the 44-yard line. So again, Carroll's defense steps up that time off of a few Bishop Luers miscues, and is going to get the ball in good shape here to start the second quarter.
Herman Black III, the senior, 5'9", 217 pounds, was down there and put an exclamation point on that tackle.
Yeah, that he did. 7-7 is your score here to start the second quarter, and the Carroll Chargers now come out on offense. They are now moving left to right on your radio dial to start the second quarter.
Let's see now how they're going to react to what Luers is doing to them defensively.
That's right. In the shotgun is Ian Miller with a single setback. That's Novotny. They give it to Novotny through the middle, looking for some room. Big push by that offensive line, and he's going to rumble down for a gain of a couple, and that's going to be about it. Folks, Holy Cross College is proud to bring you tonight's action. Holy Cross College is an affordable Catholic college offering a life-changing, life-affirming education and is closer than you think. Just 2 hours away. You can search for them on the web at Holy Cross College at Notre Dame, Indiana. Here's a play action. Throw out to the flats on the left side. Schmeling has it. It's a stick route, and he's got more than enough for the first down into Bishop Luers territory near the 45-yard line.
It looks like Miller, quarterback for Carroll, started getting a little more comfortable. He looked better in the pocket that time and delivered a strike.
Well, and they are going up tempo right now. Here's a snap on 1st and 10 as looks like Novotny finds a seam right through the middle, rumbles past the 40-yard line down to about the 38. So that is a really a nice gainer there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 4, and they are back up to the line. No huddle offense now for Carroll. From the shotgun, play action, quarterback keeper through the middle. He finds some room, he's dancing, he's got it inside the 30-yard line, goes down to about the 25. That is Ian Miller on the quarterback keeper.
That was a good play for Carroll last year with Aiden Smith, where he just reads the dive back, he keeps it and takes it inside. And it's the first time he's really read it properly. Well, first time it's been open. He took it.
15-yard gain that time by Miller. 1st and 10. Quarterback inside pitch. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like Luers has it.
But it's a pass.
It's a pass. That's right. Yes. So an incomplete shovel pass that time.
I'm sorry, partner.
No. You're good. You're good.
That's an inside shovel pass, and anytime you pass the ball, even if it's sidearm, going forward, it's just an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
No harm, no foul on that one.
And again, no huddle for Carroll. Up-tempo game here. Here's a snap. Play action. He's looking to throw. Looks left. Fires into the flats. It is caught. No. Incomplete, but a flag comes out. A flag comes out, and I think this is going to be against the Knights.
That's a no-brainer. Chance. Richard just hit him before the ball got there.
Yep.
So that's going to be pass interference on Bishop Luers. And we're seeing now Bishop Luers bringing different players in now. Trying to keep people fresh against this strong offensive line for Carroll.
7-7 is your score here in the second quarter. Preparing to mark this penalty off. Again, they were facing a 2nd and 10. And they're going to mark this off. It won't be a spot foul. That should be a 10-yard penalty. Takes it inside the 15 down to about the 13. Is that about right?
Because Carroll can run the ball so effectively, this play action passes are now being very, very effective.
That's right. 1st and 10 from the Luers 13-yard line. Here's a quick give to Novotny, trying to find some room around the right side. He won't get much there. Might even be a loss of 1 on the play, back at the 14.
DJ Harris caught it from the backside, defensive end.
So 2nd and 11 now from the 14-yard line. Carroll inside the red zone and threatening. Miller looking to throw. Looks over the middle, throws, and he is hit immediately, but he does catch the ball. That is Justin Becker, number 10, on the catch. Over the middle, they get some yardage back, but that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 4 now for the Carroll Chargers.
Another good decision by Miller. Coach Dinan just having him hit these 5, 6, 7-yard routes he's comfortable with. He stands in the pocket, and he's just putting the ball on the money.
Yep. So that again brings up a 3rd and 4. Inside the 10-yard line now are the Carroll Chargers. The ball resting at the 7-yard line. Critical down here. Under center now is Miller. Wishbone in the backfield. Here's the snap. End around right side. He's got some blockers. Novotny goes in. Does he get the score? Touchdown. Carroll Chargers on the end around right side. Novotny finds a seam and takes it to the house.
Nice cutback by Novotny. He was looked like off tackle. Saw a seam, took it right in. Pretty impressive drive by Carroll, right back.
That's exactly right. So to start the second quarter, their first series, the Carroll Chargers have scored. And now it looks they are going for the PAT here with number 85, Jack Shannon, lining things up.
Very efficient offense on that series.
Now, interestingly enough, the holder is Jack Miguel, number 4. He is the backup quarterback. It's a high snap, but he gets the ball down. The kick is up, and it is good. 14-7 now to start the second quarter here at Bishop Luers. The Carroll Chargers on top after an impressive offensive drive that time. We're going to go ahead and step out for a 30-second break and get a drink of water. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Shawnee Construction and Engineering is proud to support tonight's game. We specialize in commercial and industrial construction and use unique life cycle principles to provide our clients the highest quality craftsmanship for the life of the project. Shawnee Construction and Engineering are partners with you for lifetime savings. We can be found at ShawneeConstruction.com or at 260-489-1234. That's 260-489-1234.
Back to second quarter action. Let's check in with Nick Gray, who's got scores from around the area.
Well, everybody, we got Joe Wharton over at Zollner Stadium following Wayne Dwenger. Dwenger's up on Wayne 14-0. Snyder's up on Northside 21-0. That score is brought to you by Casey O'Boyle, Northeast Indiana Game Night. Concordia's beaten Southside 14-0. Homestead's up on Northrop 7-0. Adams Central's beaten Belmont 10-0. Another big game. New Haven up on Heritage 21-0. And the final game I'm following right now is Woodlands beating Eastside 14-0. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks very much for those updates, Nick. We'll check in with him a little later on in the broadcast. Right now it's 14-7 here at Bishop Luers Field. The Carroll Chargers on top, and Jack Shannon preparing to kick this one away from the 40. High end over end kick, and it looks like it is going to hit the ground. Bussell has it at about the 5-yard line, looking for some room, patiently finding a seam through the middle. Ball is on the ground, and it looks like Carroll will recover.
Yes, they have.
That is exactly right. So Carroll, another turnover here in early play, and Carroll is the recipient of that one.
And that was just looked like more carelessness of the ball carrier than a big hit.
Yes. Yep, I agree with that one. So Carroll offense will now come back out onto the field after scoring that touchdown and be set up with really fantastic field position right outside the red zone, ball resting at about the 22-yard line.
Okay, so Carroll, very effective last series, running quarterback option, the dive option, and then the play action passes. So
yeah,
let's see if Luers can adjust to that, because right now they're just going to come back and do the same thing.
I formation here for the Carroll Chargers. And that is Miguel, the quarterback this time. Give to Novotny, looking through the middle, bouncing it out to the right side, trying to drag it out the line. Not much there, maybe a yard or two, down to the 20-yard line. So Miguel, the new quarterback for the Carroll Chargers. Carroll wearing white uniforms with the silver and blue trim. Bishop Luers wearing the all-black with the red trim tonight with white numerals. On second down, again, I formation. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 20. Here's a snap. End around, left side. Number 2 has it. Schmeling tries to find some room, and he's tripped up in the backfield. Stopped for no gain by number 1. That is Gaston.
Just a nice play. He cut inside the blocker who was trying to kick him out, took a play. This is interesting that they brought in this junior quarterback. You know they want to play him, but boy,
yep.
You had that momentum going. And then you go to the I formation, under center, completely different type of offense.
3rd and 9, man in motion, play action. Miguel looks to throw, and we've got a flag on the field. That play never got started. We've got a motion penalty, and that'll back them up and bring up a 3rd and 14 for the Carroll Chargers. Well, again, to recap, we are at 7:54 to go here in the first half. 14-7 is your score. The Carroll Chargers on top of the Bishop Luers Knights.
Again, I'm not trying to second-guess Coach Dinan, but just looking at it, he had a lot of momentum there, and all of a sudden here we have a couple plays. Now a new quarterback, cadence is different.
It's curious. It's a curious call.
And the cadence is different, so there we go. Let's see what happens.
Twins right and left, single setback. He looks to throw, airs it out, left side. He's got his man. Is it caught? Is it a touchdown? It is! In the corner of the end zone, it is a touchdown.
That's why.
Miguel throws a bullet over to the other side of the field, and it is caught by Justin Becker. That is a huge play and another score, a 24-yard throw and catch by Carroll from Miguel to Becker, and they now have a 13-point lead, possibly 14 after the PAT.
Sean, that's why I don't coach anymore. Coach Dinan knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
That was a stronger throw. He's got a stronger arm, obviously, and he put that on the money.
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Becker wrangles it in. And now number 85, Jack Shannon, to put a little icing on this cake. It is up, and it looks good from here. It is 21-7, And the sidelines for the Bishop Luers Knights are now silent here in the second quarter. 7:39 to go in the first half, and we are back after these messages. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hey, sports fans, listen to who just scored again. John Sullivan with RE/MAX. Buying a home or selling yours? You need the best coach around. Score with John Sullivan at RE/MAX. Score with John. Call RE/MAX and ask for John Sullivan to coach you in buying a home or selling yours. Sports fans, it's time to score with John Sullivan at RE/MAX.
Football fans, you can tune in to the Kyle Hammond Show weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. Kyle and producer Andrea show how listeners can be Catholic and still have fun. That's the Kyle Hammond Show weekday mornings from 6 to 8 a.m. on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Well, so far it's been Carroll most of the night. One big play by Bishop Luers. Other than that, the offense really hasn't done a whole lot, Sean.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's precisely right.
About a 70-yard touchdown by Gaston, by Charlton.
Yeah.
That's been it.
Yep.
Luers needs to get some continuity, and they need some first downs here. They've got to establish their offense.
Shannon with the kickoff. Line drive this time. It'll go to Bussell, taking it inside the 10-yard line, looking for some room on the far side of the field. Waits for a block, gets north of the 20, and gets wrangled down on the far side of the field in between the 20 and the 30-yard line.
Okay, interesting for Carroll scoring drives. The first one started at the Luers 37. The second one started at the Luers 45, and the third one started at the Luers 24.
Yeah.
Can we talk about field position?
Yeah, much. Yeah,
Goodness
that's exactly
sakes
right.
alive. I mean, this is what, punt, snap was over the head.
Yep.
Fumble. And right here, another fumble. So right now, Carroll's taking advantage of Luers' mistakes. Luers has to just kind of clean up some things here.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Arian Nieves on the field for Bishop Luers offense. Going to have an offset I formation. Charlton in the backfield with him. Two wideouts to the left. Here's a snap pitch. Coming out to the side is Charlton, looking for some room, gets the edge, gets some pursuit, breaks one tackle, gets into the sidelines near the 40-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
I like that call. Let's just go outside and try to be into the outside.
Well, get your playmakers out in space.
Yep.
That's exactly right. Let your speed work for you, and that's exactly what worked there. They moved the chains, and they're going to drop the ball at about the 36-yard line.
I think Luers needs to make Carroll just go sideline to sideline right now and see what's going on. Use their speed to their advantage. And just get some first downs. I mean, right there. They just needed a first down.
Yep. First and 10 for the Knights. Two wideouts to the right side. I formation. Nieves under center. Give to Charlton through the middle. He breaks through and gets another 10-yard gainer that time near midfield at about the 47 before he's tripped up by the linebacker.
Counter tray for 10 yards. Good blocking up front. And now Luers has a little giddy up in their step.
That's exactly right. Well, and again, test the outside, go through the middle. Test the outside, and again, don't go to the same well, but make that defense work for it.
But Luers looks, on those two plays, they look like they had just a little bit more fire than they did earlier, Sean.
No, you're right, absolutely. First and 10 for the Knights now, off of two plays, two consecutive first down. Charlton in the backfield. And we've got some movement, and this one is probably going to go against the Chargers. And that will be an offsides against the defensive end for the Carroll Chargers.
Kudos to the offensive line for Bishop Luers. First game, they held their ground. That was an easy 5 yards. These are the things that Coach Lindsay's looking for now. We need an easy 5 yard. Now, first and 5, boy, you've got a lot of fun calls on first and 5.
That's right. The playbook is wide open.
It is wide open. You can take a shot here.
Move the ball across the midfield stripe into Carroll territory. Here's a give to Charlton, left side. He's got a blocker and some room. Looks for some room. Breaks a tackle. He's going down the sidelines inside the 30. Breaks another tackle. Gets down inside the 20. Tackled near the 10. Jalen Charlton gashes the Carroll defense that time for another huge gainer. Godfather, what do you see?
The case in point there about this field conditions, he tried to make a cut there and his leg slipped way out. I mean, this field is in rough condition. I know the dads will be working to get in shape.
There you go. All righty, so 1st and goal now inside the 10 for Bishop Luers. Here's a give to Hambrighter on the left side. Finds some room. Does it get in? Just so close. So close down there. He gets pushed out of bounds at about the 2, maybe the 3-yard line.
And that was just another one. Right outside, just take it, try to get to the pylon. Just about made it. But you see Luers' quickness on this series.
Yes, you're exactly
on this
right.
Whole series, they just look quicker.
Good call. So 2nd and goal from the 2.5, maybe the official scoreboard says 2-yard line. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Knights trail 21-7, but are threatening right here on this play. 2nd and goal from the 2. I formation. Hambright is your tailback. Gets the ball, looks for the seam, bounces in, touchdown. Touchdown, Bishop Luers. Tyrion Hambright, number 32, bounces in for a 2-yard score.
We talked about Bishop Luers needed a drive.
Yep.
And they just took it. That was what they needed right there. Nice job, Coach Lindsay. Nice job of play calling. There wasn't a pass thrown.
No.
He just said, boys, on the sideline, you can say, we're down 2 scores. Let's go.
That's it.
And that's just what they look like.
And they responded. Peyton Howe in for the PAT. Snap. Kick. It is up. And it is good. So another point on the board. Your score now, 21-14. Bishop Luers trails by 7 with 6:01 remaining here in the first half. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Time of possession, 1 minute, 29 seconds. Tyrion Hambright, 2 yards for the touchdown. Peyton Howell on the PAT. Score, Carroll 21, Luers 14.
Bruce Springsteen calls him the boss. He is the most fascinating man alive.
I don't always buy diamonds, but when I do, I prefer Peter Franklin Jewels. Stay sparkly, my friend.
We are back to high-scoring action here, ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting live from Bishop Luers High School. I'm Sean McBride, joined by Mark Watts up in the booth. On the sidelines tonight, we've got the godfather of football, Dave X, along with our associate executive assistant producer, Mr. Nick Gray. And your score here with 6 minutes to go in the first half, 21-14, Carroll on top of the Bishop Luers Knights.
To get prepared for tonight, I watched last year's game today, and this has got a lot of similarities to last year. Two good coaches, two programs that are very good. Luers would score, Carroll would score. Luers fumbled last year early. Carroll took it in, then Luers would come back. So I think we're going to just have, again, this is going to be back and forth all night tonight,
It's
Sean.
a slugfest. That's exactly right. Here's Peyton Howe's kickoff, and it's going to be on the ground, taken near the 15-yard line. And that's Schmeling looking for some room. He's finding some room through the middle. Nice little run right there, being patient. Takes it all the way up near the 40-yard line. So once again, Carroll starting out with good field position. It's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 39.
Just if you're just joining us, Carroll scored their 3 touchdowns started from Luers 37, Luers 45, and Luers 24. So Luers has given them some great field position on the 3 scoring drives. Luers feels a little bit better now that Carroll's on their own 38.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Who's in at quarterback?
And it looks like Miguel, number 4, is in as quarterback for the Carroll Chargers. He's got a single setback in Novotny. Trips to the left. Here's a little read option. Get to Novotny. Oh, he's planted. Oh, my goodness. Richard? Chance Richard comes in and makes a textbook plant tackle.
Form tackle. That will be shown to everybody. This is how to make a tackle.
Yes.
Broke down, stuck him and put him right in his back.
Gain of a half a yard that time. Here is a no-huddle offense. Quick throw, slant. It is caught on the left side. And that's going to be a nice little gainer there for, again, Schmeling. Having a great game here for the Carroll Chargers so far. Call that a gain of 7, possibly 8, bringing up 3rd and short for the Carroll Chargers. Again, no huddle offense. They're all checking their wrists.
And Miguel has got a stronger arm, so you can see what's going on here.
3rd and 2 now for the Carroll Chargers. They're lined up now, checking the sidelines. Plenty of time. 10 seconds now on the play clock. Still looking over at the sidelines is Miguel. And now they're going to go ahead and call a timeout. So Carroll burns a timeout here with 4:44 to go in the first half. 21-14 is your score. Carroll facing a critical down here, Mark. 3rd and 2. Now, the ball is still on their side of the field at about the 46, 47-yard line right there. So this is a real decision-maker type play.
You're right, Sean. And they didn't like what they saw. They didn't like how Luers was playing their defense. They kind of looked at it, called timeout, and now they'll come back and make a play, because this is huge right now.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Folks, we're a few minutes away from halftime, but I know we've got a great halftime show for you, including an interview. So let's see if we can check in with Nick Gray down on the sidelines and see if he has a really nice interview for us lined up for halftime. Nick Gray, what do you have for us down there?
Oh, do we ever, guys. We're going to have Father Andrew Budzinski join us from St. John the Baptist, and kind of a part-time chaplain here at Bishop Luers. He's just getting a taste for Luers and Luers football, and looking forward to visiting with Father Andrew at the half, so stay tuned.
That'll be some sweet action, Nick. Thank you very much for that.
He is a fabulous...
You know, it's a little-known fact, Norma. He used to be the leprechaun for Notre Dame. Yeah, that's right. Here it is, critical down for Carroll. Timeout is over, 3rd and 2. Here's a give to the tailback. Right side, he gets hit. He does not get the first down, stuck at the line of scrimmage, falls forward. Huge push that time by the Big Uglies up front for Carroll. They give him a yard, but they do not give him the first down.
Who made that play was Bustle. He came from his free safety spot. Luers had him stood up, and Bustle came all the way from his free safety spot and stuck it back, and wouldn't give him his forward progress. So
you're exactly right. He was the last guy up underneath that big pile right there.
Nice read by Bustle. He just showed his speed, how he got to the line of scrimmage. So here we go, 4th and 1.
Offense is on the field.
Do you draw him offside? Long count.
This is the question. Absolutely. Let's see what happens. 3 abreast in the backfield. Quarterback under center. Quarterback keeper. Does he get it? It looks like they're going to give him the push right at the midfield stripe, and they do. They give him the first down.
Well, he only had to go behind Jesse Lawson, the 6'3", tiny, 285-pound center. That was a pretty good choice.
I think you and I could have done that, maybe.
Well,
but just once.
Well, you and I, not Wharton. You and I could.
Here it is, 1st and 10 for Carroll. Quick give through the middle to Novotny. Oh, he burns him. He's got him through the middle. He dances into the linebacker core, still on his feet. Breaks it to the right side. He's down inside the 30. Down to the 20. He runs out of gas and is taken out of bounds inside the red zone near the 15-yard line.
Novotny's shifty.
Oh, he is. Boy, oh, boy.
Very patient. There were about 2 Luers defenders after about 20 yards, and he just held his ground, kind of sidestepped, and got about 15 more.
Do you remember Nicodemus? I mean, this guy reminds me of him so much.
Yes.
So much. That low center of gravity, those wide shoulders, shifty. He could find those seams. Wow, what a run by Novotny. Here's a quarterback keeper. Roll to the right side. He is swarmed over and stopped by DJ Harris. Shakes off his tackle and stops the quarterback from getting around the edge. It's actually going to be a little loss on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 11.
And that's just good discipline by the defensive end. He didn't take the fake going the other way. He stayed at home, took the quarterback. Just a solid tackle by DJ.
Ball inside the red zone, 2nd and 11 from the 16. Play action, rolling left. Miguel looks to fire over the middle. It is incomplete that time, thrown a little bit behind the receiver, and he wasn't able to make the grab.
But Bustle was right there.
Yep.
He was going to knock him off the ball, so good defense by Bishop Luers.
That was an intended receiver that time was Jordan Schmeling, number 2, who's been having a very good night tonight for the Carroll Chargers. That burns it down, brings up a 3rd and 11 from the Luers 16-yard line.
Right now it looks like Bishop Luers is in a 2-deep secondary situation.
Yep. Twins right and left, single setback. He looks to throw. He's got some pressure. He tucks it. He runs. He's going to run for his life around the right side, looking to get inside the 10, and that's about where he is going to stop. Let's see where they mark him. Looks to be about the 11. So Miguel, quick on his feet that time, finds some room around the right side flats, gets some positive yards, but not enough. That's going to bring up about a 4th and 6. And let's see if Jack Shannon is coming on. Now Miguel is still back there, but Sean, he's going to hold for,
What's nice about that, he didn't force it.
Yep, that's exactly right.
That's a junior quarterback. He's up 7. He knows the circumstances. They've got a good shot at 3. I'll just tuck it and run, and we're going to kick the field goal. Smart play.
Yep. Ball is on the 11. 28-yard attempt here for Shannon. It looks good from here. It is up and it is in. So from the right hash mark, Jack Shannon, number 85, adds 3 to the total for Carroll, and your score is now 24-14, a 10-point lead for the Carroll Chargers with 2:54 to go here in the first half.
Again, I think Miguel that time really showed a lot of poise as a junior. Both these quarterbacks have looked pretty good tonight.
They have. They really have.
And you see the compliment. I know Coach Dinan doesn't like he said a two-headed monster, I believe is what he said. But you can see the advantages of both. But the choice that he made there not to force that throw and just take it and get him 6 yards, give him a chance to get a field goal, and that was a smart play.
It showed some great maturity.
Oh, that's good.
That's exactly
good
right.
stuff. That's the stuff you just enjoy to watch.
You bet. Well, folks, are you looking for a place where your questions are answered? You can find them right here at Redeemer Radio. Discover programs that will help you discover the richness of the Catholic faith. Check out the program lineups online at redeemerradio.com. Welcome home to your family of faith. Just remember, folks, here on the sports department, we are on Twitter, 1063 Sports. And again, be sure to tune in to Tailgate Talk every Friday night at 6 o'clock, where the Motley crew gets together and talks about a lot of things around the SAC and Allen County football. Loads of fun getting you ready for Friday Night Lights at 7.
Something interesting, Arian Nieves, the quarterback, has not really done a whole lot with his legs tonight.
That's right. Here's a big kick by Shannon. Going to be taken by Bustle inside the 10, running right through the middle, looking for some room. Got some speed. Oh, and he's going to break one. There goes Bustle right down the middle. And he is gone. Nobody can catch him. The 40, the 30, the 20. Bustle goes in for a score. No flags on the field, and they are right back in it.
We've said this for years. Why kick it deep? Because eventually, I mentioned early, by the second half, they're not going to kick it deep.
Yeah.
We've seen it. Luers does this all the time.
Yeah.
We saw it last year. Austin Mack, the best play I've ever seen in a high school. He ran it back 99 yards last year.
Yeah. Let's check in with the Godfather.
Hey, Father Bill Sullivan said that run looked like me back when I played. I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, he needs to check his glasses.
Yeah, when you were 10 years old.
All right, so again, 2:38 to go here. The score 24-20. We are awaiting Peyton Howe's PAT. And they better get this one off. Okay, here's the snap. Here is the kick. It is up, and it is good. 24-21. Deshaun Bustle with an absolutely huge run back that time. A 92-yard Bustle kickoff return puts the Knights right back in it. Stick around, folks. Great football action coming right back to you after this 30-second break. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner can be found at 9830 Auburn Road. For more information regarding all your dental needs, he can also be found on the web at markstonerdds.com or call 260-484-4181.
Once again, coming to you live from Bishop Luers High School, a 92-yard kickoff return. Deshaun Bustle puts the Knights right back in it. The score 24-21 with 2:39 to go here in the first half, Mark.
Reminds us of last year. Austin Mack is really, I've seen an awful lot of football, coached it for 16 years. That was the greatest single play I've ever seen. It was 10 seconds to go in the first half. He runs back 10 yards. He looks to see if he's still in bounds. He's about 2 inches from the goal line, takes it 99 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. And there it is again. It's the speed and that just gets him.
You know, and Godfather made a good point during that break. That is why Bishop Luers will never be out of a contest, because of that speed and that ability. Here's Luers' kickoff. It goes to Schmeling, who finds some room. He is tackled. No, he breaks 2 tackles. He is going near midfield and finally gets wrangled down. Once again, Carroll getting excellent field position here. He got an additional 20 yards after he was hit, Mark.
And that just, again, we interviewed him last night. He's just a really nice young man. very eloquent and just a senior leader. You can tell.
He's playing some
And there he
hard-nosed
is right
football.
there. Yeah, that's why.
Darn right.
The kids
Yeah.
respect him because
Yeah.
he's just tough.
Yeah.
So Carroll comes right back.
Yeah, 50 yards to go here for a score. They could do it with only 2:29 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 from the midfield stripe. Carroll moving left to right on your radio dial. And now it looks like, is that Ian Miller back
Yes,
as
Miller's
quarterback?
back.
Okay. He's got split backs, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 right. Here's a give to Novotny, looking for some room through the middle. Finding a little push there, gets about 3, maybe 4 inside Bishop Luers territory. So they'll mark this one at the 47-yard line. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Carroll Chargers. Again, everybody looking at their wrists. So this is a no-huddle, up-tempo offense.
Chance Richard on the tackle that time.
Twins left, twins right, single setback. He looks to throw, checks off, tucks it and runs into the linebacker core. DJ Harris grabs him from behind. Big push. Might be about a 7-yard gain there. He's going to be very close to a Carroll first down as they place it right at the 40.
He looked up. He wanted a short throw. Luers was playing man-to-man with tight coverage. It wasn't there. He just tucked it and run.
And
Good
they're going to
decision.
go. Yeah, they're going to give him the first. Yep. So the white hat says first down. They're going to move the chains.
Another good decision by a Carroll quarterback that time.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So Luers looks like they are, again, playing man-to-man.
Twins left, twins right, and a single setback. From the shotgun is Miller. Here's a snap, play action, rolls. He's got some pressure. He's going to get hit. Is he going to escape? No, he's going to be dropped for a sack.
Anton Berry, the 6'6", 213-pound senior. Nice swim move there. Came inside and put the heat on him and got the sack.
That's interesting, too, because that keeps the clock running. We're close to 1:10 to go here in the first half. 2nd and 11 now for Carroll. Trips to the left, 1 wide right. Looks to throw. He's got pressure again. He gets out of it. He's running to the right. He's got some room. Richard can't get him. He is finally tackled by Charlton near the first down stick. It's going to be very close. The officials call a timeout near the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 31. He should be just shy. But now Barry is slow to get up for the Knights.
Sean, what's going on? Luers is playing man-to-man. They're playing bump and run. The Carroll receivers went long, so when he breaks contain, there's no linebacker, there's no secondary person to see him run.
Right.
So he's got a good 8-10 yards before they realize they look back and see the quarterback is scrambling. So Luers has to do a better job containing this quarterback. If you're going to play man-to-man like that and play bump and run, you better contain the quarterback.
And we've got a timeout on the field for Carroll here. They are facing a critical down, 3rd and 1 at about the Bishop Luers 31-yard line. Barry has made it off the field under his own power. We've got 53 seconds to go. 24-21 is your score. Carroll on top with the ball in Bishop Luers territory.
Well, we've got a lot of press here. We've got the media here, and this is the best game going.
That's exactly right.
We thought this was going to be like that, entertaining. Last year was a great game, and we've got everything we wanted plus more right now.
Next week we'll be with the Bishop Dwenger Saints as they've got a very interesting game next week against Northside, coming to you from Chambersfield. Mark, for me, it's tough to decide who has the better asphalt show. And I say that, who's got the better food? Is it Bishop Luers or is it Northside? Because really, both of them just rise to the occasion. I think Northside gets a little bit of a nod, don't you?
I think Northside gets the nod.
Yeah.
I've eaten a lot of food here at Bishop Luers, and it's been great.
Yep.
They just do a
You talk about hospitality. Northside knows how to get it done. That's all there is to it. Legendary.
Yes.
3rd and 1 for Carroll. The timeout is over. Give to Novotny. He's got the first down and more. Running through the left side. There was a big hole there, and he found it. And he is taken down near the 20-yard line.
Basically, that's an I play. That's an ISO where they're giving it to Novotny, the big fullbacks leading up the way. And just a good play, good offensive play. 1st
and 10 now for the Carroll Chargers just outside the red zone. He looks to throw, fade pattern left side. He's got a man out there. Oh, is it picked? Incomplete. It was in Hambright's hands. He had it, but a collision out there. I think the receiver became a defender. That was Becker, the intended receiver that time. and an incomplete pass.
What
falls
a nice,
to the ground.
nice job. He turned and ran with him.
Yep.
He didn't turn until the receiver looked back for the ball. It was right there, and it hit him. But just great coverage there.
Yeah.
Great coverage.
2nd and 10 now. 36 seconds remaining in the first half. Carroll with the ball. Looks to throw. Looks right. Checks off. He's got hit. He's in the backfield. He's in trouble. And he goes down. Trey Underwood that time with a big hit. And now we've got a timeout on the field for Carroll. I believe that's their third with 28.4 seconds remaining. Just recapping, we've got Carroll sitting at 24 and the Bishop Luers Knights sitting at 21 in the waning seconds here of the first half. Carroll calls a timeout facing a 3rd and 12. The ball resting at about the 25-yard line.
Trey Underwood, the Bishop Luers defensive end, 6'2", 255 senior leader, needed to step up, and he's been starting to step up here, and that was huge. Got by his defender, big sack, nothing doing, and that's what you need out of your senior leaders, Sean.
Well, that's exactly right. You know, a lot of this, Joe, these plays right here.
Mark.
I'm sorry. So I'm going to lead into that, and I'm going to tell you why, Frank, okay, is that going into the halftime, going into the locker room, this gives them a lot of momo if the defense can hold right here.
Right.
You know, Carroll gets the ball to start the second half. You know, you always have to take that into account, and we all know how critical that first drive is coming out of halftime. The reason I had Joe on my mind, we're going to check in with him shortly during the halftime break as he is out tailing the Bishop Dwenger Saints tonight as they take on the Wayne Generals.
And the thing is...
Frank, back to you.
Oh, Sean, come on. I just reacted.
Just teasing.
Just read and react.
That's right.
All right.
Here we go. Big down for the Carroll Chargers. 3rd and 12 from the shotgun. Miller looks to throw, looks left, fires. It's a screen pass. He's got Schmeling, and he is dropped right away. He couldn't make the cut. He slipped on the turf, but it wouldn't matter because Charlton was coming like a freight train and got him for a very small gain.
Okay, they've called 2 plays here. They set this next play up. So they wanted Luers to do this. Now they're going to come back something long.
Yep, 4th and forever. Trips to the right. Novotny is in the backfield with Miller. Here's a snap, high snap. He's got the ball, flings it, left side. It is up and nearly picked near the goal line, but it falls incomplete. Tyrion was there, and the 4th down is done. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your first half is over on that play. What a first half of action. 24 to 21. The Carroll Chargers are on top of the Bishop Luers Knights, and your first half is over. We are going to step aside and take a breath and get ready for our halftime show. Stick around, folks. We're back after this break. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
Illumination Solutions is a family-owned and operated business that specializes in LED low-voltage landscapes and holiday lighting for homes and businesses. And now we introduce our new business called The Mosquito Doctor that specializes in mosquito barrier and event spraying. In addition, mosquito misting systems are also available. The phone number is the same for both businesses at 260-489-1000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back to live action here. It is halftime here at Bishop Luers High School. Sean McBride and Mark Watts up here in the booth, along with our statistician, Jose Lopez, whose smoke is coming off the pencil right now. He's trying to give those facts and figures for a halftime update here. But right now, we're going to send it down to our sideline crew with Nick Gray, who's got our VIP halftime interview.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the sidelines. Pleased to be joined this evening with one of our all-time favorites, Father Andrew Baczynski. Welcome, Father.
Nick, you're one of my all-time favorites, too, so thanks for that.
You know, you start everything out, you build them up.
And then you tear them down. Yep.
So Father Andrew's over at St. John the Baptist, been there a little bit over a year now. transferred from St. Vincent's and the north side down to the south side. How are things going, Father?
Real well, real well. It's an amazing parish. It is a true family parish. It's a true neighborhood parish. I'm literally surrounded by houses. About a dozen parishioners have had me over for dinner, and I've been able to walk to their homes. It's amazing. It's like a little dream come true. Neighborhood, the parishioners are great, and the church is growing, and a lot of joy.
Well, it's one of Fort Wayne's premier key parishes back in the day. And because of that neighborhood and because of the spirit that's generated there.
Nick, it is a key parish today, all right? It is a key parish today. It is an anchor of the south side, you know, the strong connection here to Bishop Luers High School. I think we send more students to Bishop Luers than any other feeder school. And so, yeah, it's a great, great parish.
Yeah, and that's where my mom came from too. So wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, I've met your relatives, your aunt and uncle, and they've got so many stories. You.
Well, we'll leave that for another time. So, talk to me a little bit about your Friday schedule, because I was really impressed today when you tweeted this out and invited people to join you this afternoon. What's this going to look like for the football season?
So actually for forever now, as long as I'm pastor there, what we're going to do is we're going to have adoration, Eucharistic adoration and confessions from 5 to 5:45. And then at 5:45, we'll have Mass. And so it's a great way to end the work week and a perfect thing to do right before you come out to Bishop Luers and do some tailgating and go to the game. And then, you know, for Advent, we'll have a little praise and worship music after that Mass. And in Lent, we'll have Stations of the Cross. So it's meant just to be like, okay, Friday is another anchor day for us to go to church and worship God and pray and be together as a family.
That's wonderful. I think it's a great opportunity for the family to gather there at that key parish and then roll into whatever it is. Maybe the weekend, maybe an athletic event, you know, whatever. So another thing you told me about is that instead of having your regular Wednesday morning Mass over at St. John the Baptist, you're going to have it here.
Yeah. You know, Pope Francis wants us to go out to the peripheries, right? And so we have our faithful 20 people who come every day to Mass, and it's like, you know what? They're in pretty good standing with the Lord, I think. And I just thought to myself, who do we not see here at 7 a.m.? We don't see high school students. So let's go out to them. And we had our first Wednesday morning 7 a.m. Mass here at Bishop Luers, and there were over 50 people here. Half of them were students, half of them were their parents and grandparents. And then the chapel is going to open November 10th. That'll seat 180 people. So the goal is, let's get 180 people right at that first Wednesday, you know? So it'll be good.
Well, that's another great testament of getting some boots on the ground.
Right.
You know, and here tonight we've got 4 priests, which has been really good and very impressive down here on the sidelines. Another one is Father David Hunick.
Seminarian David Hunick. But you know what? I'd like to have him as a priest now because I could use the help. Yeah, so David's been with me for the past 6 months. He'll be with me for another 6 months, getting some pastoral parish experience, and it's been wonderful.
You really enjoy living with this guy?
I do. It's been good so far. Yeah, but it's good to be at Bishop Luers. I went to Bishop Wanger and was the Saint mascot when I was there, and I posted a picture of myself in a Bishop Luers hat last night on social media, and all my friends called me a traitor. But hey, no, I like Bishop Luers. It's good to be here. Excited for football season. So
yeah, and so I kind of have a north or south side, north side experience because I went to Bishop Luers my freshman year, and then after that, my parents moved out north, and then we went to Dwanger. Father Andrew and you, David Hunick, were out north and then came south. And so what I always say is I've got friends all over the place, and it really pays off, doesn't it, Father?
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, I go out now and I literally run into people every single day, north side, south side, and I love Fort Wayne especially. I grew up all my life in South Bend, but I've spent all my priesthood here in Fort Wayne, and as far as I'm concerned, Bishop could keep me here for the rest of my life, so it's good.
Yeah, I certainly enjoy being down here at the Bishop Luers games. Very welcoming to Redeemer Radio, so Thank you, Father Andrew. Thank you, David Hunick, for being here with us tonight. We look forward to checking in with you throughout the season. So, folks, this has been Nick's VIP Halftime Report. And with that, we'll send it back up to the guys. Thank you.
All righty. Thanks very much, Nick, for the report. Certainly appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and step out for a little break. When we come back, we'll talk to Joe Wharton, who's going to give us an update from the Bishop Dwenger game. Stick around, folks. Your halftime score here at Bishop Luers, 24-21. The Carroll Chargers on top. Stick around. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health affects the performance ability of your entire body. And on the field or court, you want your body to perform at its best. So trust Dr. Briscoe and team to provide the ultimate in preventative, periodontal, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. To optimize your body's performance, contact Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950 or on the web at briscoedentistry.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to live coverage of high school football here on Redeemer Radio. We're broadcasting live from Bishop Luers High School, where the Carroll Chargers are on top of the Knights 24-21. But right now we're going to go to the other side of town and check in with our other broadcast partner, Mr. Joe Wharton, who is tailing the Bishop Dwenger Saints. What do you have for us, Joe? Good evening.
Good evening, guys. Welcome to high school football 2016 style out here at Zalman Stadium. It's a beautiful night. It's been all Saints early, really, 30-6 here at Zalman Stadium. Saints lead the Generals with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half. Bishop Dwenger got their first series, they punted, and then they got their scoring going. Jordan Hudson, a 15-yard touchdown run. PAT was good, 7-0, and then the next score was a Eppinger. Eppinger had a great punt return, was set up a 9-yard run by Sledge and Winklejohn. Cornwell gets on the board with a 5-yard run later. That came at the 10-10 mark, and that put the Saints up. Oh, and I forgot one in there somewhere, guys. You're used to that.
Yep.
Bradley Black caught a 35-yard touchdown pass from Blake Pichelny. So it was 30-0 at the 10-10 mark in the second quarter. The Generals just got on the board, and they got on the board with Dalen Hart scoring on a 6-yard touchdown run. They went for a 2-point conversion. It was no good. And that's where we sit here right now, 30-6. Again, with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half of this season opener. And guys, observations. I know, Sean, that was going to be your next question.
You bet.
Observations. Listen, who's really impressed me tonight? Jordan Hudson, running back. Junior running back for Bishop Dwenger, had some really nice runs tonight. Blake Pichelny looks good. Frankie Yanko still a beast. Some of the normal cast of characters we're used to seeing make plays, they're still making plays, guys. Bishop Dwenger now has in the game Nick out at quarterback, and he's actually the third quarterback the Saints has played here in the first half. A lot of stuffing going on early for Bishop Dwenger.
All right, Nick. Interesting to hear that Nick Houck is in there. But Joe, I hope you're having fun. It sounds like you're having fun, and it sounds like the Saints are going to walk away with this one in good fashion.
Yeah, Saints are in good shape, guys. You're doing a heck of a job there across town. It was good to hear that the Godfather apparently had speed at one time in his life. And
when he was 10 years old.
Joe Wharton, thanks very much for checking in.
Yeah, good talking to you guys.
Absolutely. Have a good night. We'll look forward to checking in with you with next week as well. We'll have you on the air.
Real good. Look forward to
All right. Joe Wharton, ladies and gentlemen, checking in with us from the Bishop Dwenger Wayne game there. 30-6 is your second quarter score right there. And I know Nick Gray is working feverishly to get some more updates from around the area as halftime scores are rolling in. But right now we've got about 4.5 minutes to go here in our halftime show. 24-21 is your score. The Carroll Chargers are on top of the Bishop Luers Knights. When we come back, Mark Watts has stats. Nick Gray has updates from around the area, and we're going to try and check in with Coach Kyle Lindsay as they come out of the locker room. Lots more to do here during halftime, folks. Stick around. We're back in 30. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Save money, save energy, and make your home more comfortable. Just call Mopper Insulation to re-insulate your existing home. By adding insulation to ceilings and attics, sidewalls, crawl spaces, and basements, your home will stay warmer this winter, and you'll see a noticeable drop in your energy usage. And that translates into savings. Insulation is all we do at Momper. Expert installers and the best materials mean no gaps, no leaks, and no wasted energy. Call Momper Insulation today at 432-7543.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to live coverage of high school football. 24-21 is your score here. Carroll on top of Bishop Luers. And right now we're going to check in with some other halftime scores from around the area with Nick Gray.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just heard Joe Royton report that Bishop Dwenger is beating Wayne 30-6. Snyder's up on Northside 35-0. Concordia is beating Southside 14-0. Homestead's up on Northrop 14-0 as well. Belmont at Adams Central, and Adams Central's beating Belmont 10-0. DeKalb at Angola, folks, tied at the half. Big game for up in East Noble. Cathedral traveled from Indianapolis. Cathedral is beating East Noble 21-0. Scored a couple of touchdowns here recently. East Noble was hanging with them for a while. New Haven, like we talked about on Tailgate Talk, wants to come out and prove themselves this year. They are tonight. They're beating Heritage 35-0. And then Woodlands beating Eastside 26-7. So that's what we have for you now. We'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks very much, Nick Gray. Let's check in now with Mark Watts, who has some Jose Lopez first half stats. Let's talk about the numbers. Run it down for us, Mark.
Thank you, Sean. Passing, Nieves, 1 for 3 for 17 yards. To have a Kyle Lindsay team throw 3 times and a half is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Rushing, Nieves, 11 yards and 2 carries. Charlton, 152 yards in 8 carries, averaging 19 yards per carry. Of course, he had a 65-yarder he had?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Receiving, Brooks, 117-yard catch. And the key play was Bussel's 92-yard kickoff return for Bishop Luers. Carroll passing, Miller, 4 for 8 for 27 yards. Miguel, 2 for 3 for 31 yards and a touchdown. So very efficient there. Rushing, Novotny, 104 yards and 15 carries. He's averaging close to 7 yards per carry. Receiving, 42 yards on 5 carries. So Novotny's been the key there for Carroll. The quarterbacks have been very efficient and not making any mistakes. Luers, the big play's been huge for them. They've got the one long run. They've had the kickoff return. But the field position really has hurt Bishop Luers. They snapped a punt over the punter's head, which Carroll got about the 20-yard line of Luers. They also had a bad snap to the quarterback that went over his head. They had a fumble on a kickoff. Bussell put it on the ground. They recovered, which is Carroll, recovered on the 24-yard line. So Luers needs to clean that up, but Carroll is taking advantage of that good field position.
Yeah, it comes right down to it, Mark. If Bishop Luers does not have that big play ability, Carroll's, I mean, they're on easy street. That's just all there is to it.
We talked about the keys to victory offensively for Carroll again. They must control the ball and have their big and strong offensive line shorten the game, which they have.
Yeah.
They've really done a nice job there. And then defensively they need to contain their speed, Luers' speed, which they haven't been able to do because the big plays then have come in. So just exactly what we thought could happen is happening tonight. So Carroll, they just need to keep plugging away. Their quarterbacks still need to be efficient, Sean. They can't afford to have one of their quarterbacks make a bad throw, make a bad decision, put it on the ground. Bishop Luers, they have to come out and say we just can't keep shooting ourselves in the foot with turnovers and bad plays, and then whoever's going to come out on those two things is going to end up winning this thing.
This next play that's going to happen, Bishop Luers is going to kick off to Carroll. They need to get down there and plant that kid. They cannot continue to give them good field position.
And that's what happened last time. On the kickoff, Carroll started at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So you're exactly right. But this is going to be really interesting. I love it being a former coach, seeing what the adjustments have made at halftime.
Sure. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because they've been doing a few things. Bishop Luers started to play a little more man-to-man and bump and run coverage toward the end, which has controlled that short passing game, which has forced Carroll to go to the long passing game.
Right.
And they tried a couple of bombs. They're
Yep.
late, of course, and we know that the time was running down, so they had to try it. But even they still tried a couple long ones because Luers now is taking away the short passing game.
Right. Yep,
So that's
exactly
one adjustment we're going to see.
You bet. Getting ready to have a quick interview with Coach Kyle Lindsay as he comes out of the locker room here, and then we're going to take one more break before the halftime show ends. So let's take it down to the Godfather. Godfather, you got Coach with you?
Yes, I do. Coach Lindsay, hey, 21-24. Not the Luers. I would think of you with 3 passes in the first half. What adjustments you going to make in the second?
Actually the key is, first of all, take care of the ball. On first down, we've got to play in front of the sticks. I think we had some first quarter jitters. Way too many balls on the ground. We haven't had that many balls on the ground probably since early summer. So that was kind of startling and somewhat, but I was happy the way we weathered the storm there right before half. Defense got a big stop. We need to tackle better. I really like what we're doing on the offensive line. The game plan offensively is not really going to change.
Offensively, you're going to keep running the ball.
So they can stop it. Yeah, we just need to, we need to get that snap. Once we get the snap, they haven't really made a whole lot of plays stopping it.
Good luck in the second half. Boy, that's a coach after my heart. Run the football.
All right, Godfather, good to hear from Coach Lindsay right there. Well, folks, stick around. We're going to be back in 30 seconds after this message from U.S. Savings Bank. You're listening to Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Successful coaches make changes to succeed by calling timeouts to make needed adjustments, for it's clear no change equals no change. This is David X with Union Savings Bank in Fort Wayne. I started mortgage lending in 1988. Since then, I've been trusted by thousands of area homeowners. I offer low closing costs and great rates on home lending so you can save big money both up front and over the life of your loan. Make a change for the better when purchasing a different home or refinancing to lower your payment. Call timeout, get your mortgage statement in hand. Call me anytime for your free mortgage checkup. And make sure you compare. Call David X, 418-6191. Number FDIC Housing Lender.
We are back to live action here at Luers Field, getting ready to start third quarter action right here between the Carroll Chargers and the Bishop Luers Knights. 24-21 is your score. The Carroll Chargers are on top and preparing to receive the second half kickoff.
We have talked forever about the importance of this first drive coming out of the third quarter, and Carroll has a good opportunity here. Get a good return, get ball control, and just make something happen here. It'd be huge if Bishop Luers could get a 3 and out, or 1 first down and out. They're going to get some good field position. And as Coach Lindsay made a great point at halftime, they need to play in front of the sticks. They can't have 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 14, because they can't get the snap right. So
what'll be interesting for me, Mark, too, is to see what quarterback comes out for Carroll.
I think, Sean, we're going to see Miller.
Yeah.
Because he's more of the runner, more of the facilitator of the offense.
He manages the game very well.
That's what
exactly
I wanted to
right.
say. Thank you, partner.
Yeah, I'm here for you.
I know you are. You've been great to me. You picked me up. Miguel's got a little stronger arm, so it's a nice compliment right now what he's doing. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But I really think we're going to see Miller, because he just needs to establish this running game, get Novotny going again, and then maybe hit some play-action passes.
Peyton now on the kickoff, and here comes your third quarter action here, and it's going to be taken by Schmeling on the far side of the field, looking for some room up past the 30, up past the 40, and he is finally wrangled at about the 43-yard line. So again, Carroll doing a fine job. Oh, there's some laundry on the field there. So we've got a late flag that came in. But if it stands right here, Carroll has great field position. If it is against Carroll, they'll still have good field position as the ball is resting now at the 43-yard line. It's a personal foul against Carroll. Ouch, that one will hurt.
Boy, this has been a very clean game after a couple of flags.
Yeah, right.
That's the first one we've seen in a long time, so kudos to both teams. First game of the season, playing very efficiently and very fair, and not a whole lot of penalties.
Yep. Again, your score is 24-21. Carroll on top with the ball now. The penalty is assessed.
I think it is Miller. He's the taller of the two.
Yep. Miller has a single setback, 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right in the shotgun. Here's a snap, here's a give, and tries the middle. Novotny nowhere there, so he bounces it out to the right side. And he does pick up about 5 yards after he bounces it out there to the far side of the field.
It was initially stopped up front, and he just kept his legs driving, went to the sideline on Carroll and picked up 5. What a nice, smooth run.
Exactly right. 2nd and 5 now. No huddle offense for Carroll. Same formation, twins left and right. He looks to pass now. He's got some pressure from the outside. He's hit. He gets out of it. No, he gets hammered. Chance Richard comes in after the initial hits and buries the quarterback.
Wow. And
Godfather, what'd you see?
Well, initially, 2 guys, poor tackling like Coach Lindsay said, and then Chance comes up and just drills him.
Anton Berry really missed him.
Yep, that he did. So a loss of 1 on that one brings up a 3rd and 6, and Carroll's back up to the line. We've got men in motion. No. Only one guy can run, guys. That's a dead play. The flag came out early. That's going to be called dead, and it's coming back. We had 2 men moving at the same time. That's an illegal shift, and that's going to be a 5-yarder against Carroll.
This is not what Carroll wanted to do coming out of the half.
No.
15-yarder or a 10-yarder on the block in the back. Then they've had just about a sack, and now illegal procedures. So just what Coach Lindsay talked about, you can't be playing from behind the sticks. Here's what they're doing right now. They're behind the sticks. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Not a good series for Coach Dinan. This is what he wasn't looking for coming out of the halftime.
So again, they are back up to the line. They consult the sidelines, look at their wrists for the plays.
Because the play action pass really is not going to matter here.
That's exactly right. So tight package, twins left and right with a single setback. Miller has the ball, looks to throw, goes to the right flats, throws it out of bounds, no catch there, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 12, and the punt team comes on.
I'd say that's a 50-50, Sean. Half a Carroll and half a Luers.
Yeah.
But this is what Carroll needs to do. When you've got 3rd and 12, the play action pass isn't going to work, and that one it was a 10-yard out, and it wasn't even close.
No, that's exactly right.
So good defensive stop by Bishop Luers, and they should have good field position here if they field the punt cleanly.
Looks like Bustle and Gaston back deep for the Knights as Jack Shannon gets ready to kick this one away, and he does, and he's going to kick it to the far side, and Gaston tries to get it. It's a good hop for Carroll, and it's going to be touched up near the 25 or 20-yard line.
That's okay.
That's okay. That's all right.
When I was coaching the Kankakee Valley, we had no one that could catch punts. So I would have, if the kid couldn't catch it, just run away. At least we got it. And the fans would yell, "Catch the punts, Watts, catch the punts." And I wanted to just turn around and say, "We don't have anybody to. We'll fumble it and give them a 40-yard turnover."
Yeah.
So right there, that's what you want. Just get us the ball.
So the Bishop Luers Knights now on the field, led by Arian Nieves, number 5, the senior quarterback. I formation, pitches it to Charlton, left side, playmaker in space. Oh, we got a flag on the play, and he's going to be dropped for a loss or no gain. And when you stretch plays out like that, Mark, that lends me to think it's a holding penalty.
And just what Coach Lindsay talked about.
Yep.
They're going to have 1st and 20 and playing behind the sticks.
Yep. Let's see what the call is. It is a hold against Bishop Luers.
Wow.
So that'll be a 10-yard penalty assessed, and 1st down coming up again.
When you call plays 1st and 20 from your own 15.
That's tough. Yep.
You don't have a whole lot of choices here.
No.
Being down 3.
And it may actually be the 11 is where they spot this. Yeah, that'll be at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 20 from the 11.
All right, Bishop Luers down 24-21, and they've got the ball on their 11, 1st and 20.
Nieves under center, offset I formation, 2 wideouts to the right side. Here's a snap, little draw, Charlton, left side, finds some room, gets the penalty back, and not much more there. But still a nice run of 10. Well, 9 or 10 anyway on the far side of the field.
Counter tray.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Knights. Back at the original line of scrimmage. Back at the 21.
Austin Lineback with the tackle there.
Interesting formation here. We've got a single setback, trips to the right, 1 wide left. Nieves from the shotgun. It's a low snap. Well, flags. Flag's coming in, so that play is dead. And we've got a false start against the Bishop Luers Knights. So Charlton's nice run off the counter tray is again erased, and they are once again playing behind the sticks.
2nd and 15. 2 key penalties here for Bishop Luers. Well, let's see what happens. They've only thrown 3 times tonight, fans, so Kyle Lindsay believes this run's going to work. He still feels he can run the ball against Carroll. He feels that they've only stopped themselves.
That's right.
And they've done it again.
That's right. Same formation, trips to the right, single setback. Nieves from the shotgun. Here's the snap. He rolls. He looks to the left, and it's going to be hit the handbrake out of the backfield, and he's going nowhere. Going nowhere. That was a great defensive stop that time by the Carroll Chargers.
Trying to see who's out there. I think it's Connor Call, but Bishop Luers loves to run that screenplay.
Yep.
And Carroll was ready for it.
And
they were last year. Carroll defended Bishop Luers' screen passes very well last year. So now you've got 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15, the ball resting on their own 16-yard line. The Bishop Luers Knights are hard up against it now. 3rd quarter action, 24-21, Carroll on top. Same formation, trips to the right, single setback, offset to the right this time. Nieves in the shotgun. Here's a snap, he rolls to his right, looks downfield, he waits, goes to the sidelines, launches, and it's going to be nearly picked. The defensive back stepped in front of the pass as Bustle was the intended receiver that time.
Blake Ely, you just read it. It was Nieves. He's a very good scrambler.
Yep.
There was nothing there. He ran to the Bishop Luers sideline, threw it, but he threw it kind of back inside. When you throw that thing, you've got to throw it on the sideline. He threw it back toward the numbers.
Yep.
And there's just bad things happen when you throw it back across your body toward the numbers when you're going to the sideline.
Another bad thing is we've got a Knight down, and it is number 52, Trey Underwood.
Oh.
He is down on the field right now as the trainers are over there attending to him. Right now it gives us an opportunity to talk about historic St. Felix Catholic Center. The St. Felix Catholic Center is open for retreats. Located in Huntington, Indiana on 30 scenic acres with plenty of recreational areas and a serene Blessed Mother grotto. St. Felix Catholic Center is the perfect location for a single day of prayer to overnight retreats. It is the former home of the Venerable Solanus Casey, so come visit today. You can plan your visit at sfcatholiccenter.com. Godfather, do we have an update on young Mr. Underwood down there?
Yeah, it looks like Trey is up and moving. He looks like Festus on Gunsmoke, Mr. Dillon, but at the same time, he's up and he's off the field, so that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. So we are back to 4th down action here, and it looks like the punt team with Peyton Howe is on the field. Dangerously close to his own goal line is young Mr. Howe.
Carroll's going to get great field position again. We've talked about it all night.
Yep. Low snap. Oh, he barely gets it away, but it is in the air, and it is taken in Bishop Luers territory by Schmeling, and he's going to touch it up at about the 44-yard line. And you called it, Mark. Another great drive could be in store for Carroll.
And exactly, here's what, because you're basically in 4-down territory now.
Sure.
You're up 3 points. Now you can get, dive, Novotny, play action pass. So Bishop Luers, he's going to be on him here. They really have to do something here on 1st and 2nd down.
That's right.
They need to get Carroll in 3rd and long.
So both opening drives for these teams have kind of fell flat. Carroll had to get the ball away, and so did Bishop Luers, not able to capitalize because of those penalties.
Both had bad penalties.
Yeah.
2 bad penalties.
So here they are on 1st and 10. And Miguel now the quarterback, and here is the give to Novotny, who's got a huge wall in front of him, and they keep pushing, and he's got a gain of about 15, maybe even 20 yards on his hands.
You've got to credit that Carroll offensive line. I've got to get their names out of here because we have to talk about them. Dixon, Hines, Lawson, Sutton, and Dargis. Boy, they just kept the legs going that time, and the line of scrimmage just went 5 yards back toward Luers' goal line.
1st and 10 from the 25. Here's Carroll. Here's a give to Novotny. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and dropped. Might even be a small loss as he's trying to go side to side. Big number 78 for the Bishop Luers Knights with a great tackle. Let's see who that is. I don't have him on the starters. That is Zach Starks that time. making the stop for the Knights. So that's a loss of 1, bringing up a 2nd and 11. Miguel has an offset eye with him in the backfield. Here's a give, no play action. Looking downfield, firing into the flats. It is caught, broken tackle by Schmeling. Stiff arm by Schmeling. He's going to get into the end zone, dives for the corner. Does he have it? He hit the pylon? No, he stepped out of bounds early. He stepped out of bounds near the goal line.
What an effort. He got it.
Oh, my goodness.
The Luers tackler hit him hard, and he just bounced off of him, and he was sniffing the goal line.
That he was. So he bounces off a tackle, stiff arms another defender, and nearly breaks it. But he sets up Carroll with a 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Schmeling on a reception there, and the flats coming on a cross pattern, and boy, did he make them pay.
Another efficient, short pass.
Yep.
For yards after the catch
by Miguel. 3 in the backfield. Miguel under center. Give to Novotny right side. He's hit by Richard. Does he get in? Touchdown. Touchdown. Another up by Carroll that time. 6 more points on the board.
That drive started on Luers, 44-yard line?
Yes, a 44-yard drive.
All right, so 4 of their scores have been Luers 37. They started on the Luers 45. They started on the Luers 24, and then on the Luers 44. So with the short field, Carroll's saying, hey, we're just going to pound it and hit a little pass, and they've had no problems when they're in 4-down territory.
That's right. Jack Shannon finally making his way onto the field here as they prepare for the PAT. 6:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Carroll now in command. 30-21 is your score, soon to be 31 if Shannon makes the PAT. Low snap on the ground, the kick is up, and it looks good. It is 31-21. A 10-point lead by Carroll with 6:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 WRDF, Columbia City, Northeast Indiana.
A clean office space. Okay, that's an easy choice. And choosing the right company to clean your business is easy too. Sioka's Professional Cleaning is the choice of a lot of Fort Wayne companies because of the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Sioka's does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Sioka's. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
Football fans, Hubcap Express is the expert in run-flat tires and plus-size fitments. They fix bent rims and fix your tires expertly. For all of your tire needs, visit Hubcap Express, located at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard and on the web at hubcapexpress.com. 31-21 is your score. Carroll in command here in the 3rd quarter, preparing to kick off to the Bishop Luers Knights. The question begged Mark-wise, are they going to kick it deep?
That's what
Good
we're going to see.
Right? Yeah.
We were talking about will they kick off deep in the 2nd half? We asked.
We're
going to see what now.
Gaston, Bussell, and Hambright back in the back deep area for Bishop Luers. All 3 of those players very capable of running one back. And here is a high, long kick going to Gaston, and it's in the end zone. That's why they kicked it deep, because Shannon can reach the stick.
Yep.
So
as long as he does that, it works.
So the Bishop Luers Knights will take over on offense, down by 10. They'll be facing a 1st and 10 from their 20 coming up here shortly.
This is a very important series for Bishop Luers. Not only that they need to get some offense going, they need to get some field position.
Yes, you're exactly right.
Because right now, they're losing the field position battle all night.
They break huddle and come to the line. They spread out the offense, single setback. Twins right and left. From the shotgun. He looks to throw. Nieves, quick hitter, out on the flats. It is caught. Making some room. Coming back across the field is the Bishop Luers Knight. Trying to find some room. Jordan Brooks on the catch that time. Going to be close to a 1st down, but I think he's going to be just shy near the 30.
That was a legitimate slant. that looked like Bishop Luers under Kyle Lindsay. Boy, Nieves put it right in the money. Get it to your playmakers in space. That's just what he did right there. 9.5 yards.
2nd and inches now for the Bishop Luers Knights as they break huddle. Twins right and left, single setback, offset left this time. Nieves from the shotgun. Here's a snap. Looks to throw, quick screener to Charlton, left side. He's got the first down and a few more before he's tackled out in the flats.
Bishop Luers threw 3 passes in the first half. They've thrown 2 consecutive passes on this series. They've thrown 3 this half. But now we've got Carroll playing man-to-man. Look for them to start bringing linebackers.
Yep.
And let's see if Bishop Luers can beat the Carroll Chargers secondary one-on-one, because that's what it's going to come down to.
So they place the ball just shy of the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Knights. They're down by 10, 31-21 your score. They're moving left to right on your radio dial. This is third quarter action, just under 6 minutes to go. Trips right, single setback. Nieves from the shotgun. Quick give through the middle. Charlton has some room. Bowls his way forward.
I think Nieves kept that one, Sean.
Oh, on the far side?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a keeper.
Yep. Call that a gain of 4, possibly 5. Brings up a 2nd and 6.
Neon Nation remembers Nieves again played quarterback for Northside last year. In the fourth quarter, he single-handedly beat Carroll.
What a highlight film that was.
That was. So you know that the Carroll players and coaching staff knows how dangerous Mr. Nieves can be.
Twins right, 2 men in the backfield. Nieves from the shotgun on 2nd and 6. Give to Charlton, following his blocker. He's got the first down and a little bit more, getting close to the midfield stripe. Oh, there is a penalty on the far side of the field.
That looks like an offside one type thing.
It was thrown at the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field. That is going to be holding against the Bishop Luers Knights. So another Charlton first down is erased on the penalty.
Coach Lindsay has to just be tearing his hair out right now. He gets a little momentum going, a couple of first downs, and then they get hit with a 10-yarder. Now they're, again, we're being redundant, but he's playing behind the sticks.
Now it's interesting. We noticed that Anton Berry, the 6'6 senior, has checked in, number 87. So this is going to bring up after the penalty a 2nd and let's see here. Call that about 17?
Yes.
Yeah. 2nd and 17 now. Bustle wide out right. Berry slot left. Single setback from the shotgun. Nieves rolls to his right. He looks, goes back left now, and he's going to tuck it and run, finding some room on the left side. He escapes one tackle. He's dragging tacklers with him, gets the penalty yardage back, and falls out of bounds with about 4 yards to go, coming up facing a 3rd down.
This is what he gives the Luers Knights. They haven't had a quarterback like this could scramble. Is such a good runner and strong. And right there, he just did that on his own.
That he did. Give him a little too much credit. Looks to be about a 3rd and 6 instead of a 3rd and 4 coming up. Hambright coming back in for the Knights.
So here's what Coach Lindsay's doing. He's got think about his next play. If they get 5 yards, 2 yards, or he's going to need 6. He's thinking about that play right now because it's going to be huge.
3rd and 6 coming up for the Knights. Ball resting at their own 39-yard line.
Blitz.
Here's a snap, and it's a reverse. Hambright around the left side. He's got the first down. He breaks another tackle into the secondary core, gets past midfield into Carroll territory, and the sidelines come alive.
Bishop Luers won that war. The linebackers came inside, full blitz, thinking there was going to be a pass. They ran a reverse. No linebacker support. Good call by Bishop Luers, but a better job with the offensive line picking up that stunt.
That's exactly right. So they move the sticks. Big down that time for the Bishop Luers Knights. They're in Carroll territory. Ball resting now at the Carroll 45. This Mark Weber score update, 31-21. Carroll on top with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, man, what a ball game.
Indeed it
What
is.
a ball game. Just like last year, back and forth. All right, here we go.
1st and 10 now for the Knights. Nieves in the shotgun. Man in motion is Hambright. Jet sweep, left side. He finds a seam, tucks it in. Going to run for about 4, maybe 5 yards. Down close to the 40-yard line of Carroll. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5 now as the clock continues to tick off. Trey Underwood limping off, so he had gotten back in for some regular play, but now he's nicked up a little bit. He might take a seat on the bench as the trainer comes to talk to him.
Austin line back with the stop there.
2nd and 5 as the Knights come up to the line. Bustle wide out to the right. Slot right is Hambright. Here's a snap. Nieves looks to throw, stands in, he's got trouble, he gets caught, no, he breaks one tackle. Charlton with a great block that time, frees him, throws downfield, and it is picked. It is picked off, and he is going to step out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. A tremendous interception that time by the D-back for Carroll, trying to get a number on that one. I think it was number 26, Blake Ely. Blake Ely with a huge interception that time.
He was playing too deep zone, and Nieves did a great job getting out from the pressure. Carroll was all over him, runs to the Luers sidelines, and he just, bad decision.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
He tried to throw it 40 yards.
On the run. Running for his life. Yeah.
And there's just too much stuff going on out there. He'd have been better off just pack it and run. We talked about the decisions of Carroll's quarterbacks.
Yep.
That was one where he made a poor decision that time.
Now, the interesting thing about it, the Carroll offense takes over on this spot in the field, which they haven't seen in quite some time.
You're right.
So here's Carroll with a 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Here's a give to Novotny, looking for some room in the middle, and he's got it. Oh, man, he's got 10, he's got 15, and he's taking it very close to the 30-yard line. Going to be dropped at about the 28.
He had over 100 yards in the first half, and he's just picking up where he left off. Just a shifty runner. Who'd you compare it to again?
Jason Nicodemus.
Yes, Nicodemus.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I look at him and I see the same type of player.
Well, we were here and watched him just be a heck of a runner, and you're exactly right. He's just shifty.
Yep, 1st and 10, again, off of Novotny. Tries the right side, end around. Now looking for some room, nothing there. He gets planted after no gain, maybe even a small loss on the play. It's a good containment that time by the Bishop Luers defense.
Carroll's just going to probably run the ball, not be fancy. They're not in a big hurry right now.
No.
First half, we saw them do the speed up. They kind of really come up the line of scrimmage, called the play and go. Now they're taking their time. They're looking at their plays on their wrists, and here we go.
2nd and 11. Here's a snap. Give to Novotny again, looking for some room through the middle. He finds it. He's going to run forward for 4, maybe 5 yards. But again, conservative play calling here by Carroll. Again, if you can get that type of yardage on the ground, keep it on the ground. And again, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 after the gain of 5 for Novotny.
DJ Harris with the tackle there.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Carroll up by 10, 31-21.
And a lot of football to play.
That's right. 3rd and 6 for the Chargers. Trips right. Play action. Throw. Incomplete pass there that time. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That is number 15 for the Carroll Chargers, and that's Jonathan Becker.
Becker was looking for a flag. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It was just a quick slant. It was just a quick pass again. Nothing fancy. The ball was a little bit behind him. So good stop by Luers. And
brings up a 4th and 6, and this is not 4-down territory for the Carroll Chargers, so the punt team is on.
This is where field position made
That's
a
right.
difference.
That's exactly right.
They got 2 first downs, but still, they've got to punt it.
Yep. And here is the punt. Beautiful punt that time, and it drives Bustle back, and he's not going to be able to return that one. It falls inside the 20, near about the 15. So a beautiful punt that time by Carroll and Jack Shannon. And now the Bishop Luers Knights defense holds, and the offense comes back out onto the field.
I'm really making a big deal about field position tonight because it's probably one of the more important points we've made in a long time.
And it's just so glaringly obvious in this game.
And here, Bishop Luers threw the pick, and they were inside Carroll's, they were in the 45-yard line of Carroll. They get it back, and now they're on their 15.
Right.
So they've lost 35 yards of field position with that pick.
Yeah.
And now they're starting over again.
That's right. That's
and
exactly
Carroll
right.
keeps the pressure on them with that good punt.
I formation for Bishop Luers. Nieves will be under center. Here's a good to the tailback, breaking around to the outside, and that is Gareth Brower on the carry with a nice little run that time. And let's see where they mark this rascal. It's going to be a nice gain, especially for just this very simple end-around gain of nearly 10. We'll call it 9, bringing up a 2nd and 1 on the back of Brower.
Tommy Bobe lowered his head.
Nieves getting the play in from the sideline. Brower checking out.
Logan Belleville on the stop there.
2nd and 1 coming up. And we are under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball around resting at the 22-yard line. Here's a snap. Little delay. Give the hand right through the middle on the counter tray. He's got the 1st down and more. Past the 30, out to about the 31.
If Sean Bussell would have made a block there, he had another 30 yards.
Yep. 29 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 1st down coming up for the Knights. They're going to mark this at the 32-yard line.
I like the patience of Coach Lindsay, though. You know, he's not throwing it all over the place. He's not panicking. He just feels like, get a touchdown here, hold him. He's still just fine in this game.
Right in it.
He's got the whole 4th quarter.
12 more minutes to play. A lot can happen. 1st and 10 for the Knights. I formation. Offset to the right. Here's a snap. Play action.
He's got time.
Nieves now finally breaks right. We've got a flag on the play. He finally has to tuck it and run. Gets out of bounds past the 35-yard line. But a flag came out in the backfield. And I think this may be holding against the Knights.
Right where they normally throw it.
And that is exactly what it is. Initial call by the white hat. And that's going to run out of time. The question begs, can they end the quarter on that penalty?
Yes.
They can, just not a defensive.
Looks like Jake Ostrowski was being held because he just kept doing that putting the arm up like, throw the flag, come on, throw it.
Folks, that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter action right here. The Carroll Chargers on top and in charge, 31-21. But a lot of football left to play, folks, so stick around. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hi, Fort Wayne, and welcome to Amori's Pizza, which is pizza made Chicago style. Every pizza is made fresh and with authentic ingredients from suppliers in Chicago. In addition, specialty pizzas, family meal deals, and gluten-free crust also available in Amori's. Amori's Pizza is located at 933 East DuPont, right off Coldwater, and a full menu is found at amorispizza.net. Deliveries also available. Call us at 490-9099. After the game, have an Amori's Pizza.
We are back to live action here, folks. It looks like we've got the teams lined back up because of the penalty. They marked the penalty off, but there is now 12 minutes on the clock, and there hasn't really been a break for the quarter. So let's see what Coach Lindsay talks to the white hat about here and see what the status is. Again, just to recap, it is the end of the 3rd quarter here at Bishop Luers Field. Carroll Chargers on top 31-21 over the Bishop Luers Knights. Just some great home opener action here. Great way to kick off the 2016 season here. High school football Friday Night Lights here on Redeemer Radio. Now the officials huddle up. The umpire comes back to talk to Coach Lindsay. Give him an explanation. Whether or not he accepts it or not, I don't know. But that is what is happening here at Luers Field. And let's see, did they put some time back on the clock? No, they have not. Luers offense is still on the field. They are facing.
Now Coach Dinan wants to know what's going on.
Since the holding happened in the backfield, that would be a spot foul marked off 10 from that. So it's not a 1st and 20, more like a 1st and 23 at this point. They're marking the ball at the 17-yard line. And now Coach Dinan is getting the explanation. The press box is not getting the explanation, of course. So bear with us. Apologies about that. Now the coaching staff from Carroll makes their way back to the sidelines. The officials make their way back to their positions. And we've got 12 minutes on the clock, and Bishop Luers is going to start a play here. And there's a handoff to the tailback, and it makes its way around the left side. Charlton with the ball, gets north of the 20, close to the 27. They whistle the play dead on the close sideline here. And now let's see what happens. Okay, so we're getting an update from the sidelines that was the last play of the quarter, and now the quarter has ended. So now we will take a 1-minute break to get reset for the fourth quarter action. So stick around, folks. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
You can help support your Catholic parish or school with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. You'll not only enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card, you'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten in part by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is locally owned with offices in Fort Wayne and Angola. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
We are back to live action here at Luers Field, ladies and gentlemen. It is the opening night salvo, if you will, between the Bishop Luers Knights and the Carroll Chargers. So far, Carroll on top 31-21 going into the fourth quarter action. What do you have for us there, Mark Watts?
Well, we talked about keys to victory, and before the game I mentioned the Bishop Luers offense needs to play within themselves. Don't try to do too much. And I think on that last series where Nieves threw that pick, he was just trying to do too much. Instead of getting out of bounds, throw the thing away, live for another day, he tried to make a big play, and it really cost Luers a lot of field position.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So after Charlton's run, Bishop Luers is now facing a 2nd and 14. Here's an option. Quarterback decides to keep it. Finds some room, maybe 4 on that play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Again, Bishop Luers working on their side of the field, now moving right to left on your radio dial.
Going to be a key decision here. If he gets 5 or more, I think he's going to go for it. I don't see him going for it if he doesn't get at least 5 here.
Ball resting at the 32-yard line of Bishop Luers. And they are facing a 3rd and 10. Team is in the huddle. They break and come to the line. Going to have trips to the right, 1 wide left in Gilly. And a single setback is Charlton. Nieves from the shotgun. Looks over the defense and awaits the snap. And we're live. Steps out. Looks to throw. Looks right. Goes deep. He's got a man. It's Bussell. Overthrows him by a hair. Bussell lays out flat to try and get that ball, and it's just beyond his hands.
And that was 6.
That was 6.
He
that
had
is
5
exactly
yards
right.
on the defender.
He had the bubble. That's exactly right. Just couldn't make the connection. 4th and 10 coming up, and Peyton Howe coming on to kick this one away. Boy, what a missed opportunity that was.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
That was 6. That was
tough.
That was tough.
That was
tough.
All right, so a little player personnel mix up there for Bishop Luers. It looks like they have everybody on the field, and the punt team is set. 5 seconds to go to get this one away. Here's a good snap. Howe to put his foot into it. He gets it away. Fair catch called for at the 41-yard line, and Schmeling makes a good grab. And Carroll Chargers now with good field position to start this drive.
Sean, when I coached and I called offensive plays, and you had 2 or 3 plays that you kind of had in your back pocket that you set up all night.
Yep.
And that was one where he had it in his back pocket. He knew it was there. When you call it, you're saying to the guys up top, here we go, it's there.
Yep.
Just get it to them. And they didn't execute. I'm not getting on anybody, but I'm just saying here's what you do as a coach. You've got the play called. You know it's going to work. Here it is, perfect spot. And it just misses by inches.
Yeah.
It misses by inches.
So here's Carroll on offense from their own 41-yard line. Here is a give to Novotny, trying to break through the middle. He is stuck at the line of scrimmage, driven back. Chance Richard again with a big stick that time, driving Novotny back into the backfield.
Richard's had a really good night. We haven't called him all night, but he's been really in the middle of everything.
Yeah, he surely has. Yep, loses his bonnet on that play. So we'll call that maybe a gain of 1. That's what the marker says. So 2nd and 9. This is fourth quarter action. Carroll on top by 10. 31-21 here in the waning moments of this game.
Luers needs a turnover right here. They need something to happen.
They need a spark. Twins right and left. Here is a quarterback keeper. Play action, throws, nearly picked. That was a spark. Bussell jumped it. He saw the route and nearly picked it. But unfortunately, it falls to the ground for the Bishop Luers fans.
Oh my goodness sakes! It was a play action pass, rolling out to his left, and he just lofted it.
Yeah.
He didn't zip it.
That wasn't Miguel. That was Miller.
There you go.
Throwing that ball.
And boy, did Bussell broke on the ball and just missed picking it off.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. This is
9.
what Carroll doesn't like these.
No.
Because, again, play action pass isn't going to work. So let's see if they can do a drop back and get 9.
Trips left. Single man right and a single setback. He rolls to his left, looks to throw. Miller has time. He throws it in the flats. It's caught, but nowhere near. Caught near the line of scrimmage, and he skids down. So no gain on that play as Justin Becker on the reception that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 9, and here comes the punt team.
Coach Dinan, though, very conservative play. Hey, we'll kick it to them. We're up 10.
That's right.
Let's just don't turn it over.
Yep.
It was just out in the flats. Didn't matter. Let's kick it away and make Luers go 80 yards.
Yeah, so a 3 and out now for the Carroll Chargers. As Jack Shannon in to punt this one away. Kid's got a big leg, too. He launches this one from about his 30. Gaston gets the ball near the 20. Goes to the sideline immediately. Hit out of bounds. Past the 30 to about the 35-yard line. So a 15-yard return that time for Gaston, the sophomore. And you said, because anytime a Gaston gets his hands on the ball, it's danger for the other team.
He's a sophomore, and he's as athletic as his brothers.
Yep.
But really, he's got such a big leg, he outkicked his coverage.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because he had the ball, and there was no one around him for 10, 15 yards.
Right.
So we don't mind that big leg, but that's just what happened. That's why he could get 15 yards, because it was such a long punt.
Well, now is the time. This is a perfect opportunity for Luers to get back in this when they're down 10, 31-21. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Here is a quarterback keeper on the left side, and Nieves gets a few and not much more. Out to about the 38, 39-yard line.
But he does get out of bounds, Sean.
Yep.
With 9:40 left. It was a smart move. Let's just don't get an extra yard. Right now, that 30 seconds that he kept on the clock is more important than extra yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
So that was a good senior move right there by Nieves.
They place the ball at the 39-yard line. We'll call that a gain of 4, bringing up a 2nd and 6. They come to the line. Twins to the short side, 1 wide left and a single setback. Charlton now moving to the quarterback's left.
Carroll still in their 4-3 defense.
Here's a snap. Give to Charlton through the middle. He's got the seam. He's got room. He's into the linebacker core. He breaks 3 tackles. He's going down the sidelines. He's got 1 man to beat. He beats him. It is a touchdown for Charlton. A huge play. A huge play. Jalen Charlton gashes the the Carroll Chargers for a huge touchdown. A 61-yard scamper.
Right up the middle. He was not going to be denied. He had 1 man to beat. He gave him the little inside juke, went outside, and took it in.
Unbelievable. Jalen Charlton with another huge score for the Bishop Luers Knights.
Here we go. I mean, just like last year, Sean.
Yep, absolutely. 1 play, and they're right back in it.
This is a big kick. Carroll's been close to blocking this thing.
That they have. Peyton Howe in for the PAT. Here's a snap, a little high. Kick, no good. The kick is no good. We got a flag on the play.
They roughed the kicker.
The kick is no good, but a flag comes out. The crowd goes deathly silent.
Boy, it is. Yeah, it's going to be running into the kicker.
I'm not positive, but I don't think they blocked our ends on that play either. I think they released straight
Now,
up.
will he go for it?
This is the question.
No. Well, I just mentioned, Carroll's been close to blocking these things all night. It has not been a clean kick.
Yep.
He's just been getting them off. So, what do you do here? The snap just looks a little slow. It just doesn't look smooth.
Yep.
But he's made them all.
Running into the kicker against Carroll. That is the call.
Oh, you got to kick it.
Now the kick team is still on the field.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. You don't want to get cute here.
No.
You want to keep yourself within 3.
So they reset. Howe marks off the steps.
Carroll's coming hard.
That they are. Here's a snap. It's good. The kick is up. It hits the post. It hit the post. No good. No good. Oh my. So a 4-point deficit remains. It is 31-27 with 9:28 to go in the contest. We got to step out and catch our breath. We're back in 30. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Successful coaches make changes to succeed by calling timeouts to make needed adjustments. For it's clear, no change equals no change. This is David X with Union Savings Bank in Fort Wayne. I started mortgage lending in 1988. Since then, I've been trusted by thousands of area homeowners. I offer low closing costs and great rates on home lending so you can save big money both up front and over the life of your loan. Make a change for the better when purchasing a different home or refinancing to lower your payment. Call timeout, get your mortgage statement in hand. Call me anytime for your free mortgage checkup. Make sure you compare. Call David X, 418-6191. Number FDIC policy number.
We are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Charlton gashes the Carroll Charger defense on a 61-yard scamper for a touchdown. Unfortunately for the Bishop Luers Knights, Peyton Howe cannot make the PAT, and now there is a 4-point deficit instead of a 3-point deficit with 9:28 remaining here in the contest. 31-27 is your score as Bishop Luers prepares to kick this one off.
Oh, we talked about Carroll has been coming hard all night, and that time the rusher on the outside of the edge on Carroll's side was coming hard. You had to let him go because you let the guy outside go because you have enough time to kick it, and he pulled it wide because he saw him coming.
Yep.
And he hit the upright, and it was not a good kick. It was a line drive.
Yep.
So, again, we compare this too much like last year, but Luers missed 4 kicks last year, 3 extra points and a field goal. And right now, this extra point could loom large.
Here is a kick. It is a squib kick taken by an up back and covered up at the 30-yard line.
Good move.
Yeah, I like that. I like that move a lot.
Smart move.
Yep.
You know, Luers has been getting some good run backs. So has Carroll all night.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just pooch it down there, and that's what we call a pooch kick. It wasn't a one of those squib kicks. Just pooch it in 30. You hit it to the kid that you know is just going to fall on him.
Right.
Because if he fumbles it, he's never going to be on the field again on that situation.
Yep. So it worked out perfectly.
Yep, good move. Okay, here we go.
Now here's Miguel as quarterback for the Carroll Chargers. Single setback, twins left and twins right. Here's a snap, and it's a give to Novotny through the middle. Been there all night. Again, a nice conservative play right up the gut, and he bowls his way forward to about the 36-yard line.
All night, the offensive line from Carroll has just done outstanding work. Dixon, Hines, Lawson, Sutton, and Dargis. They have come to play, and they have really done well.
2nd and 4 for the Carroll Chargers now. Here's a snap, give to Novotny. Again, looking for room through the middle, bounces it to the outside. Going to be close to the first down. I think he might have it out past the 41, maybe the 42, and that will be enough for a Carroll first down. They stop the clock with 8:49 to go. Again, your score, Carroll 31, Bishop Luers 27.
Sean, that reminded me what Dwenger did last year. They'd get that those big five offensive linemen on there.
And just push.
Right,
Yep.
and then little scat back just goes.
Darn right. Here they are on first down. Novotny getting the workhorse, finding some room again through the middle, and he's got another 7-yard gain.
Novotny gets hit probably for a 4-yard gain, and he turns his back and just keeps his legs driving for an extra 3.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Call that a 7-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 3 now. Very close to the midfield stripe in between the 48 and 49-yard line.
Now we watch for this play-action pass if he wants to hit something.
That's exactly right. And here is another give to Novotny through the middle, finding his way. He's going to have a very short gain that time. They're going to stuff him up right at the 50-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and very long one for the Carroll Chargers.
Trey Underwood with the stop.
Number 78, Zach Starks checking in, 6'1", 282. for the Bishop Luers Knights. Defensive tackle. 6'1", 282. He's got his own
yardage.
zip code. Yeah. Here's a snap. Novotny trying for that yard. Oh, he's got it, and then some. Slips down in the linebacker core. Gets into Bishop Luers territory, down to the 44. About a 6-yard gainer that time. And again, another first down for the Carroll Chargers.
So what Carroll is doing, they just have 2 backs in the backfield. They've got Edmund Johnson, the 6'1", 210-pound fullback. He's just lead blocker, and Novotny's just picking his holes.
1st and 10 for Carroll. Novotny going to the left side this time. Cuts it back up through the middle. He gets hit. Oh, there's a flag that comes in. 2 flags.
It could be face mask.
I think it was a face mask. I saw the bonnet get whipped around that time. And that's going to be some free yards for the Carroll Chargers.
That's a big penalty too, because
it's a personal foul.
That'd have been 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Luers wants to put him in 2nd and long and 3rd and long. Carroll just wants to get 3 or 4 yards and just pound this thing right down.
Well, as they mark off that penalty, folks, remember to join us for Tailgate Talk next Friday night at 6 p.m. Hear from us as we give an in-depth look at the SAC matchups along with Coach's Corner, sponsored by Tim Didier Meats. That's Tailgate Talk next week at 6 before the game of the week as Bishop Dwenger plays Northside. So they mark off the penalty and get deeper into Bishop Luers territory. 1st and 10 coming up for the Carroll Chargers. Mark it at the 30-yard line of the Knights. Novotny offset to the right. Here's a snap, give to Novotny, goes through the middle, left side, back to the middle. And again, that offensive line giving him 5 to 7 yards every first down.
Well, let's remember, because Luers missed that extra point, they only need a field goal to go up 7 points.
Right. They're going to mark that one as a 6-yard gainer for Novotny this time. Bringing up another 2nd and 4. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the contest. Carroll up 31 to 27. Here's a snap. We've got a whistle. And this one is not going to happen. It looks like we might have an offsides here against Bishop Luers.
Ooh.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that probably will give Carroll another fresh set of downs.
I believe you're right, Sean. So it's getting down to the nitty-gritty here for the Bishop Luers Knights defense. They need a stop on 1st down.
And it will. That will be enough to move the chains and the down marker back to 1. So again, a 1st and 10 coming up for the Carroll Chargers, just inside the red zone now at the 19-yard line. So not a lot of different formational looks here from the Carroll Chargers. Twins right and left, single setback. Offset to the right is Novotny. Miguel in the shotgun. Here's a give to Novotny through the middle, puts his head down. Not so much gain this time, but still a nice 3-yard gain, possibly down to about the 16-yard line.
Interesting, Sean, in the past when Luers was facing this type of defense, they'd go to their 5-man front.
Yep.
But they had some other defenders last year, so maybe they feel they just don't have the down lineman that they can afford to do that.
That's a great point. 2 men in the backfield with Miguel now. Novotny, and again the big fullback. Here's a snap. Novotny finds nothing in the middle, bounces it out to the right side, sheds 1 tackle, gets out into the flats, and he gets a few yards.
But he stayed in bounds.
He did stay in bounds, yeah. Keep the clock running is the official side judge call. We have the clock continuing to run now at 5 minutes to go in the contest. Carroll up by 4, 31 to 27. Facing a 3rd and 4 now, with the ball resting at the 13-yard line of Bishop Luers.
But they're in field goal territory. Let's see what he does here.
That they are. Trips to the left. He rolls left. He looks to throw. Miguel with a hitter. He's got his man. That is Schmeling with the catch. He's got the first down. Going for the goal line. Gets knocked down before he scores near the 2-yard line.
And that was just the going out to the sideline. Just easy pitch and throw.
Yeah, up and out.
Very safe.
Up and out. Yeah, that's all it was.
Good catch, good throw, and he was going to the pylon.
So they start the clock with a 1st and goal now for the Carroll Chargers. Already up by 4 and now threatening at the 2-yard line. 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. Carroll staying in the huddle. Now finally coming up to the line with about 12 seconds to go on the play clock. Under center is Miller. Give to the tailback following those big blockers. He is in. Touchdown, Carroll. Made it look just that easy. A nice 2-yard run there by Novotny following the Big Uglies up front with a nice push into the Bishop Luers end zone.
And we talked about key to victory tonight for Carroll, and we just saw why.
Yeah.
This big offensive line just needed to play physically and tough, and right now it just looks like Luers is a little, just a little tired. They look tired and just lost a little bit of step, and these guys have just pounded. 2 words you talked about, Mark, in your keys to victory, ball control. Well, that was the display of it right there, that entire drive, complete ball control. They were relaxed. They were not nervous at all whatsoever. They displayed poise. The Big Uglies up front gave them 5 to 7 yards on first down throughout the entire drive, and the PAT is good. So your score now 38 to 27 with 4:06 remaining in this contest. You never know with the Bishop Luers Knights. This game is far from over. Oh, yes.
We're going to step out for a little 30-second break, folks. Stick around. This is high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Spherion Staffing, locally owned by the Pentenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Spherion clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Spherion Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Luers Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you are seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at spherion.com/FTWayne.
We are back to live action, ladies and gentlemen, here at Bishop Luers Field. I'm Sean McBride, joined by Mark Watts up here in the booth with our statistician, Jose Lopez. Down on the sidelines, we've got the Godfather of Football, Dave X, and Nick Gray. Well, right now, the Bishop Luers Knights, their backs are up against it. Let's see, 4:06 to go in the contest, 38 to 27. The Carroll Chargers leading by 11 right now, and preparing to kick this one away is a young Mr. Shannon. Number 85, big leg for Jack Shannon here. The interesting thing, will he kick it deep, is the question.
Well, he's been kicking it all deep all game, but going left to right, which he is now, he has not put it in the end zone.
That's
Only
right.
when he's kicked it right to left, he's put it in the end zone.
Yep.
I think Luers will have a chance to return this one.
So the ball is on the tee. Shannon marks it off, steps sideways, awaiting the signal from the officials. The whistle blows, and we are ready to go. Deshaun Bustle single back deep, and it is going to go to the sidelines, and no chance on that one. The flag comes out, so they kicked it out of bounds intentionally. Now the interesting thing, will Coach take it at the 35, or will he make him re-kick it?
I would think he's going to re-kick it.
Yeah.
He's got to have a chance for a better return.
Move him back and re-kick it, and that's exactly what it looks like. The kick team comes back.
Because you've got two things going. You know you're going to get a return now because he can't put it in the end zone.
Yep.
And these guys have just run down there about 40 yards.
Yep.
So they've got to run another sprint.
That's exactly right.
So you've got two things going for you. It doesn't cost you really much time. So let's try to get it. Luers has already returned one tonight. Give us a chance to get it into the 50, at least midfield here.
Charlton on the wing, along with Hambright on the other wing. Deshaun Bustle back deep. Jack Shannon will be kicking from the 35 this time.
The way Carroll's formation, they're going to kick it to the left.
And they do that again. And it is taken by Bustle on the left side. Oh, he's planted. Wow, cannot escape that one. Cannot escape at all, and he will still bring it up to about the 30-yard line, it looks like, I believe.
Oh, I wish I could get the Carroll defender there. He took on the blocker and put the blocker right on his seat and then just made the tackle.
Yeah. So it's just inside the 30 at the 29-yard line, and that is where Bishop Luers will take over. First and 10 at their own 29. Again, moving right to left on your radio dial. (38-27) is your score with 4:01 remaining in the contest. Nieves from the shotgun, single setback. He rolls to his left and looks to throw. He's got pressure. He's got trouble. He is wrapped up and he goes down. And there's a flag that comes out. And let's see what happens. That flag comes out. It looked to be, there's an indication that could have been a horse collar or a face mask.
I think it was Luers got a break there because he was going down and about the third guy coming in grabbed
Right.
it. So
personal foul against Carroll. That is a face mask call. So the huge sack that time is erased. Carroll brought everybody in the kitchen sink on that blitz, and it paid off. But unfortunately, somebody got a little handsy, and that's going to be a free 15 yards for the Knights.
Ostrowski, number 9, has been all over the place tonight, and it was him again who got the first hit on Luers quarterback.
So they mark off that penalty, bring it up to the 36-yard line. It is not enough for an automatic first down, but the down remains number 1, so they replay that first down. Trips to the left, to the right this time. Single left short side is Gaston. Low snap, quick screen out to the side. Playmaker in space is Bustle. He breaks 3 tackles, gets to the midfield stripe before he is taken down.
Carroll right now is playing just a 4-man front with either man-to-man or 2 deep in the secondary, and they're going to give the short stuff.
Yeah.
Again, Luers has to score twice, so the clock is in Carroll's favor.
Yep.
Just keep everybody in front of you. We'll give 5-10 yards right now, but we cannot give the quick 6.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 50-yard line. They're down by 11.
So their safeties are at least 10, 12 yards deep right now.
They just brought a guy off the sideline. That's
Little
right?
formation trouble. Trips left now as they reset.
Luers has them out formulated if they come this side.
And it's a quick screen to the right side. I believe that's Hambright with the ball. Not much there, as he wasn't able to break containment, and the linebacker core gets 2, maybe 3 yards.
Luers had trips out here and a single receiver on the outside on the right side, and Carroll didn't really defend it well.
Yeah.
Let's see if Coach comes back with that same formation and comes down here to this side of the white side.
The Twins left and right this time. Single setback. Nieves from the shotgun. He looks left, steps up into the pocket. He's got trouble. He gets flushed and he gets down. Finally throws the ball. He was in the grass. A flag comes out. That's going to be intentional grounding, I believe.
Jake Ostrowski again. He was all over him, forced him out into the pocket, had his arms all over him. As Nieves is going down, he just throws it. He was down, so it's going to be intentional grounding.
Yeah. 2:49 to go in the contest. 27 is your score for the Bishop Luers Knights. Carroll on top with a score of 38. And they move that ball back deeper now into Bishop Luers territory. They mark it at the 41-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 20.
We've said that just a few times tonight, haven't we, Sean?
Yeah.
3rd and very long, 2nd and very long.
That we have.
That's been Achilles' heel of Bishop Luers tonight.
Trips left now. Single man right is Bustle. From the shotgun is Nieves. Here's the snap. He rolls, looks back right, checks off. Now he's flush from the pocket, tries to find something, dancing around, gets out to the edge, and is knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field. And that could have been called a late hit there. I don't know if a flag came out or not.
I don't think, Sean, I think he was slipping.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw his legs go out from under him, the defender, so I think it was one of those where it was not intentional.
Couldn't stop himself. And,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
I really do.
So Nieves, with his scrambling ability, gets positive yards that time, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 now. So gain of 13. He made something out of nothing there. But he was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock with 2:37 to go.
And Carroll's they'll give him 5 or 6 here.
Oh, they'll give him that. That's exactly right.
No one gets behind.
Again, trips left. Single man right is Bustle. Nieves from the shotgun. They're showing blitz. Nieves with a low snap. He is flushed again. Goes way back. Slips and falls down on his knee. Back at about the 32-yard line. And that is going to do it for the Knights. That is going to do it right there. He tried to get out of that containment, and the field was just too slick. and he took a weird fall on his knee. He was able to hop up, so that's a good thing. But boy, oh boy, lost a significant amount of yards, and Carroll will take over in Bishop Luers territory. And 2:24 to go. That might just do it for the Knights tonight.
Well, been an interesting game. We'll talk about it at the end, but Carroll has played a very sound game tonight.
Mark, this is not the Carroll team that scrimmaged against Dwenger last week.
No.
I'm telling you that right now.
But you know, I talked to Coach Diane about it. He said, Mark,
yeah,
there's some kids didn't play. He said, why show it? I know what they can do.
Yep.
So, you know, there's something else. If Luers would have seen that Dwenger film, as I did, you know, I'm like, whoa, boy, they're struggling. They can't run the option. The blocking is suspect. The quarterback is doesn't seem like he's reading real well. And when I said that to Coach Dinan tonight, I said, Mark, he said, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. I think really Novotny, you mentioned or implied that Novotny had one run. So he knew what he did. He saw what he did all last night. And Novotny, he knows he could run for 100 yards the first half.
You bet.
So when you know what you've got, why show it? And played a little possum here and really came out and played an efficient game.
That first down was a gain of 5, bringing up a 2nd and 5 for Carroll on Novotny's legs. Again, they give to Novotny around the right side. Gets caught up. I don't think he'll have enough for a first down. He'll gain 3, possibly 4. Depends upon the spot here. Yeah. And that'll bring up a 3rd and long 3 now for Carroll, as really they are just watching the clock tick down is what they're trying to do here. By the time they snap this, we'll be under a minute to go in the contest. So.
And Carroll had no turnovers tonight. Their kicking game was solid.
Yeah.
Luers had, I think, at least 2 turnovers, if not 3. I know they had the pick and the fumble.
The fumble early.
And down here in the bad snap, so at least 3. And penalty-wise, Luers had well over 100 yards in penalties.
Yeah. And here again is another give to Novotny through the middle, finds another first down inside the red zone, down to it looks to be about the 13, 14-yard line.
Well, there's sure no controversy with the quarterback situation at Carroll. They've got 2 young men that have a little different skill level.
Yep.
Senior runs the option a little bit better. Junior throws a little bit harder ball, but they both made good decisions tonight, and they really ran the offense very well, both of them.
Carroll now takes the victory formation here, and they will take a knee, and that is Miller, the starting quarterback, taking that knee, and that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the home opener tonight for the Bishop Luers Knights fans. Unfortunately, the Bishop Luers Knights lose a tough one here at home. The score 38-27 is your final. The Carroll Chargers play here for the first time and come up with a W. So we're going to go ahead and step out, take a little 30-second break, regroup, talk about this game, and talk about next week's action here on Redeemer Radio as well. Stick